Ahoy! What a pirate would say. You know, streamers are kind of like the modern day pirates. They sail the 7 seas of content to get the booty. Hello! Welcome to the broadcast. Today is April 1st. Pepe laugh. Oh, the pranks! Oh, who knows what could happen? Oh boy, we are truly on the edge of our seats. It's a little bit of a goof. I could be the fool. Spaghetti, thank you for the 20 months, taking 20 shots to celebrate. I don't know if you're aware of this, but I took 21 shots on my 21st birthday, and I blacked out. And I threw up everywhere, and the Korean cab drivers would not take me home. I also think I pushed a girl into a bush. She like fell into a bush. And I picked someone up and I spun them around, and it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. The lesson was, if you're gonna drink, go all out. You know, live it up a little. I think that was the lesson. I think that was the main lesson. How are you guys doing? Spaghetti, thank you for that 20 months. Collect Ted, thank you for the 18 months. Listening to you at work, RN. How's work? Probably boring if you're listening to me, right? Not locked in. The thing about work is that spending even a second of your thought time on something other than what you've been assigned to do is a crime. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Shit. I spilled water. Oh, I spilled water all over my fucking Rode mic. Oh, fuck. Can you hear me? Did it play a sound effect? That's fucking awesome, dude. Yeah, well, it's not awesome because actually I spilled water all over my fucking Rodecaster audio interface. Spicy water. That sucks. All right, let me get a paper towel real quick. Why not use the record scratch more often? I don't even know which one it is. You're probably wondering how I found myself in this situation. Which one is that? Is this a record scratch? Or which one was that? Okay. All right, what about this one? What's that one? What is this one? Hello, hello, hello. What is this? That's crickets? That's funny. All right, what about this one? What's that one? Cheers? I'm going to use that one more often. Hey, what do you guys think about democracy? Yeah. One second. I gotta get a towel. I gotta get a towel, bro. The water is all over the desk and it's spreading. Yeah! What a rush! My God, dude. To be here on a Tuesday, that's when it's the spiciest. Who knows what'll happen? We're in the fucking end game now. All right. That looks relatively clean. Or is it? Holy shit. Holy shit. We got ourselves a whole new fucking ball game here. Hey, Shrek, do I skip my lecture for this stream? Bro, what you do is you go to your lecture, you march up to the front, you plug this fucking stream in, put it on the main screen, and let everyone fucking enjoy. So this is what a real teacher looks like. And then everyone will stand up and clap. Go to your lecture and punch the biggest guy in the room. Could work. Could work, could work, could work, could work. I'm having a sick day. Could you write me a note? Dear boss, Lupercial is sick as a fucking dog and cannot come and do your stupid job today. They need rest and relaxation. Understand? Okay, send him this clip. Cannot come. Hey, Shrug, just want to say hi. I live in Ghana, so by the time you stream, it's usually pretty inconvenient for me. I rarely get to catch you live, but every time you upload, it's honestly the highlight of my day. Thanks for the awesome content. Decito, man, that's an extremely nice thing to say, which is why I'm pivoting my entire content to Ghana-only hours. It's Ghana-only content, and it's Ghana-only hours. Okay? And if you don't like it, that's gonna be a deal breaker. We are going all in on Ghana news. Like, for example, I don't know if you're aware of this, but you should be. Ghanaians, as they're called, are unhappy with Kennedy Agyapong. They're not happy with him. And why would they be? The guy keeps doing shit like we all know. He's the worst. I don't know. I shouldn't. Maybe he's the best. I don't know enough about Kennedy. I'll be quite honest. Turns out he was great. Imagine he's a good guy. I mean, this article I randomly clicked said he has religious, tribal hate speech. So I can't imagine he's that great, but I don't know enough about him. I'm going to be dead honest with you. I don't know enough about him. Did you see Newsmax stocks went up 1,300%? I did see that. Newsmax IPO'd and had the most successful IPO that I've seen in since 2013 or something. I can't tell if that's like yeah, I don't know what to make of it. I don't know if they priced themselves really low at the IPO or what. What does that put its value at? Newsmax market cap. Let's see. Doesn't say. Doesn't say. Oh, here it is. $20 billion? No fucking way. Newsmax revenue. What is this? What does this make? Newsmax profit. Dude, it loses money. Wait a minute. 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 This company loses $27 million in a quarter. And it's worth $20 billion? Is it incredibly high growth? I'm not going to jump to conclusions here. Maybe it's like just eating Fox News' market share like crazy. But let's see. Newsmax valuation soars in MAGA media boom. Okay, so it's worth more than Rumble and the Trump Media and Technology Group. Okay. It's double the value of the New York Times, which made $106 million in profit. Wait, okay. Why? This is so odd. That is so odd. It doesn't make any money. Yeah, it had revenue of 80 million and expenses of what? 135 million, so it lost 55, and now it's valued near 20 bill. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Strange. Isn't it normal for IPOs to be insanely overvalued? It's definitely less rare in the early days of a company, especially like a bubbly, buzzy, hot company, to be overvalued early and then fall off. But I didn't think of Newsmax as like a AI tech startup, you know? I thought of it as like, you know, it's like part of an overall dying media industry. They don't make that much money. It's all, you know. Don't all IPOs pop every couple months? No. Many have failed. Did you see an article called Warren Buffett buys Tesla for $1 trillion in cash? Yeah, I saw it. I was aware that it was an April Fool's joke from the words Warren Buffett buys Tesla and from the words $1 trillion in cash. I don't think of it as, oh, maybe it's market manipulation, but I think of it more as kind of a funny joke. It's very obviously a joke. Did Elon sell X to himself? Yeah, I think I have a clip coming out about it, but he sold X.com to himself. You know, to X.ai. He sold it to a different company that he owns. So now the problem is on that company, but that company is much bigger and much easier to raise money for. It's really not that crazy. Isn't that a wash sale? No. The only people who could reasonably complain about this are if you are an investor in XAI and you're like, hey, why are we buying Twitter for this much money? But nobody complained because they just go along with Elon. Sounds like insider trading. It's not even public company. Regular people are not losing from this deal, so I don't feel bad about it. I don't care. It's like if I bought this book for $45 billion and you're like, wow, you got hosed on that deal. That was dumb. And I go, nuh-uh. And then I buy it from myself for $45 billion. See? Look, it was all good. It's not, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not screwing you over. Like, it's a little silly, but it doesn't get rid of the problems. It just moves it. Like it's I just don't think it's a big deal. Like I have no problem with him doing it. And I certainly don't care about like the Saudi prince who might lose money investing in X.ai. You know, like I don't care. He's allowed, if he wants to trust Elon on this deal, he can do it. It's totally fine. Do you think the inflated valuation could have something to do with this scheme to screw over Sam Altman's valuation? You mentioned a couple weeks ago. Inflated valuation is a scheme. So his X.ai valuation. Here, can I get a paint? Just I feel like people can understand this, and I have a clip coming, but maybe it, you know, like, so XAI. I don't know why I keep saying dot, but it's easier. And this is X, right? This is Twitter. Okay, this one worth what, like 90 billion? This one worth like 45. Now these numbers are essentially made up. Like Elon can say they're worth whatever they want. But, well, for this one. Okay? unless you sell it to regular people. It's like, okay, imagine I own a banana farm. Let's go balloons here. Let's go. Imagine I'm a banana farm. Imagine I'm holding a banana. Okay, I should have said glasses because I'm holding. This is a banana. Okay, but I wanted to go. If I go to the town market and I set up a stall to sell bananas and I sell it for $30 billion and nobody buys it, it's very obvious that that's not what the banana is worth. Then I have to price it to market. But if I am selling the banana to myself between my two companies, I can say it's worth whatever it wants. I have no, there's no, I don't know. I'm getting to the OpenAI thing. So for OpenAI, I don't believe that has anything. I mean, so here's the thing. X.AI is worth something around $90 billion. Like this, because he's selling it to this, he can say it's worth whatever it wants. But this value has some basis in fact, because it's like Shark Tank, right? He goes out to the market and says, I'm going to sell 10% of this company for $9 billion. Okay? That's at a $90 billion valuation. Now, if somebody buys that, that indicates to everybody that this valuation is real. I'm not sure if he raised a round at 90 billion, but he has raised rounds at a high valuation for XAI. People have bought in, assuming this is worth a lot. The area where it's like, shady's not even the right word, but the area where it's like kind of silly is that nobody has done that for X. He's just, he is just doing it. He's just buying it and saying it's worth 45 billion so that everybody who bought in early to help him buy it gets made whole. They all get XAI shares. It was the best option he had. Look, he just needed to get the creditors of Twitter. I have to call it Twitter because I say X and XAI. It's too confusing. He needed to get that off his back. And he needed to get like the Saudi Prince and Sequoia Capital and Morgan Stanley and all the banks that help him buy Twitter. They need to get their money back or get like a better option than Twitter. And so now they have X.AI. They got all shares in X.AI, which is working. Is there a personal financial incentive to do this if Twitter is losing money, but now under XDI? Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Now it's like, okay, imagine I have two companies, right? I have a lemonade stand and I own Google. Okay. Imagine the lemonade stand's doing fucking poorly. Like it's just not, it's like I'm spending way more on materials than I am on selling the cups of lemonade. It's losing money. Okay? It'd be kind of embarrassing if that lemonade stand failed, right? So what I do is I use my ownership of Google to buy the lemonade stand out at full price. And now, even if the lemonade stand's doing badly, it's kind of small in the scale of Google. Does that make it easier to understand? X.AI is much bigger and much higher valued. So they're just using that inflated expectation to buy out his less successful company and just be done with the problem there. Put it all on the books of the problem isn't with him buying his own company. It's with him buying his own company to avoid paying taxes on the purchase. He's not. He's not buying his company to avoid paying taxes on the purchase. He's he's buying the company separately, and he's not paying taxes on it because it's an all stock deal, and so he only pays taxes when you sell. He's just moving all of the Twitter stuff into XAI. That's it. It's really not that. It's all I'm saying. It's not that big a deal. It's not like he's pulling some crazy gambit, bro. He's just moving Twitter into Grok. Twitter is into Grok now. That's it. That's the. And Twitter is a lot smaller than Grok, so it gives him pressure off. It gives him a release valve from the very scary thought of Twitter continuing to slide. Does X.AI get the debt too? Yes. Again, the problem hasn't gone away. That's why it's not like he magically made the problem go away. He just put it into a much bigger company that can absorb it better. He still has to pay the debt. And look, if the AI bubble goes down, or if investors are like, hey, I really don't want to buy any shares of X.AI at a 90 billion valuation, or he can't go public with it, the whole thing blows up anyway. It's not... Load up Hollow Knight Absolute Radiance. I don't think I can do it today. I don't think I could do it. I straight up don't think I could do it. And I usually am confident in myself, but I have not played it. Probably since the last time I beat it. Would LeBron say that about himself? Dude, this is going to sound so... I know I've glazed LeBron a lot recently, and I will continue to do so. I watched the Mind the Game podcast with LeBron and Steve Nash this morning, and LeBron was talking about how... I don't know. It was like this motivating speech about working through adversity and shit. And I was like, my fucking goat. It made me want to fucking... It made me want to fucking grind. So maybe I will. All right, I'll try right now. Let's see. I'm just telling you right now, I don't think I have it in me. A little audio though, huh? No one can hear a goddamn. Hey, Trey, you talking about Cory Booker at all yet? Cory Booker's done enough talking for the both of us. Should farm a clip while playing. He's the GOAT. Oh, spooky. Spooky. Woo, baby! Phase one, he still got it? Wait, lock the fuck in. Phase two, though, that's where the real... No! Ah! Holy shit. Oh God. Oh God. Come on, give me good spot. Is that it? No. We got it. We got it. I'm the GOAT. No! I tried to go around the side! Dude, my heart was going. I tried to go an outside line. Damn, bro. Damn. King? Pause there. Pause there. Maybe we can go back to it. That was a good little refresher. That was fun. That was fresh. That was fly. It's like watching Mike Tyson versus Paul. I don't think it's exactly like that. I thought that was pretty good. I was way better than I thought I'd do. I thought I'd die on phase 1, maybe beginning of phase 2. Well, I definitely, whenever Silksong finally releases, have to do that again like the day before. Or like every day of the week of or something to be fucking ready. Silksong does not release tomorrow at 9 a.m. I don't know how to tell you that. By the way, there is a huge Supreme Court of Wisconsin election today that we should talk about. It's not called, is it? No way. No way it's called already. Let's see. Wisconsin Supreme Court. I need like a live. If you want a little context, this is the election that Elon Musk has been spending absurd amount of money on. I think it's like a $100 million race for one Supreme Court seat in one small state. It's never been done before. That's the most that's ever been spent for a Supreme Court seat. And he wanted Brad Schimmel here to win. Are you telling me it's called and Susan Crawford won already? I feel like the election just started. Where is this confirmed? I feel like I'm not seeing. Last updated. Like, I just see parts that aren't even, unless it's just, it's winning by so much. 60% of the vote. I mean, okay, well, that looks pretty good. Okay, so that's actually, this is actually pretty incredible news. First of all, as like a referendum on Elon Musk constantly throwing $1 million checks at politics. And two, because I believe Susan Crawford got some of the highest level of like individual donor donations that have ever been received in a Supreme Court race because of people pushing back against Elon Musk. And because the way this election was run was like, the campaign they did was like the people versus Musk. And people came out and turned out in great force. But I don't want to call this if it's not over. I would like to have a... Oh, this is a good sign. She's running well ahead of Kamala Harris's showing last November. And I just want to say this is sort of what I've been saying, man. I think people are, rightfully responding to what they're seeing and to not getting what they thought they were promised. Polymarket says it's over. That is a big indicator. Let's confirm. Polymarket, Wisconsin Supreme Courts. Polymarket has it at 100. Oh, wow. Hey, that's awesome. That's just straight up good news. That's very cool. There's a lot of money that Elon Musk spent on this election. Like a lot. And he didn't win it. That's fucking cool. And they wanted to flip it. So the Wisconsin Supreme Court is, I believe, 3-2 Democratic. And it's important because this, the Senate seat in Wisconsin is going to be really important in 2 years. And so I think I don't know. I mean, could be nefarious or otherwise, but they really wanted control of the Wisconsin Supreme Court for any challenges. And this is like a pretty much a blowout then. This is a 45-minute. I mean, that's a good sign. That's really cool. That was an expensive fucking loss. Why do the states like their judges? Seems like a great way to have more money influence politics. I mean, listen, no matter how you slice it, you have to like make serious rules about money in politics. Otherwise, you're just putting it one layer up, right? If the judges aren't elected but they're appointed, then the money goes to the person that appoints them. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you draw the line, the money just goes there and then flows down. So you have to actually make rules about it. We have to like, you know, overturn Citizens United, get rid of super PACs. We had to do things that actually stop money in politics and have them be equally and widely enforced. But anyway, even in response to a huge amount of money being thrown in this election, I think it actually, again, you know, it's this, I should do a whole clip on this study because it was fascinating. But I haven't prepared anything, so I'm not going to do it today. But the general idea is that in today's climate, people are making political choices and action based entirely on the people they dislike. So like Elon pushing for this may have in fact gotten more supporters than ever against him. Like he might actually have, despite throwing money at it, actually hurt the cause that he wanted. I think that's happening on both sides. I think people are, so this is funny. Like in this environment, the worst thing you can do is be an easy scapegoat. You know, Trump is going to force Elon to go down. Well, that's the thing. So this actually has political implications, which is that Elon Musk is setting up for the next 2 years to donate a lot of money to a lot of races. But this is a bet. Like if you're someone who's like about to go all in on the Elon train to help run your campaign, let's say you're a Republican House representative or something, this is actually kind of spooky for you because it may have backfired. Races, not racists. And this didn't work. Like he put a lot of money into this and it's a blowout. So there's a very real shot that like people will want to either take his money but deeply downplay his involvement or avoid him coming to their state and like talking about them all together because it can hurt their chances. And again, worth being said, one of the big things that has given Elon so much power is the deep fear among especially House representatives. We have to understand about the House versus the Senate in America is that the House, the terms aren't very long and they need money all the time. In the way that American politics work, you always need money to run a fucking campaign. You're always campaigning. So you always need money. So if Elon says, you're out of the club, I'm donating to your primary opponent, you're fucked. Your career is over. And if you're like a Republican House representative in a fucking, like that's everything. You can't lose that. So they're deeply afraid of him. But if stuff like this happens, it like reduces his it reduces his fear, the fear that he can command. And then if Republicans start like not giving him support or like cast him aside, that could be a big shift for change. So yeah, I don't know. I think this is a fucking cool piece of news. This is great. Good to see. I did not think it would be such a blowout if these percentages hold. I really thought it would be razor close. I mean, you could literally get $20 just for posting a picture of yourself, thumbs up, shimmel. And you can get like $1,000 something else, and you can get $1 million if you voted and showed up to the rallies. I don't know. That's just good to see. That's cool. Let's see what else. So, despite Musk's millions, she wins. Susan Crawford overcame 29 million in spending. Judge Crawford handily defeated. For Democrats, the result is a jolt of momentum. They've been engaged in a coast-to-coast rhetorical rending of garments since... Rending of garments? Not sure I understand that turn of phrase. At least in this one instance, Mr. Musk's seemingly endless reserves of political cash had energized more Democrats than Republicans. Bro, that's what I'm saying. I truly believe that. I actually think, like, him tweeting and posting and talking about this constantly, maybe people go, hey, fuck you. Like, I don't, like, there's some people that would never give one shit about a Supreme Court election in Wisconsin who then deeply cared about it. They like rallied about it. They came out. That's just funny. That's, Curry dropped a 50. Sorry to get off topic of this fake news. Are you telling me Steph Curry dropped a 50 bomb on the Grizzlies? I don't want. That's crazy. I have to. Dude, he did. What the fuck? Oh, can I tell you guys something? Wait, check this out. Do any of you remember when I talked about Cosm Theaters? Maybe this will remind you. Cosm Theaters. They're like these nice seats, gigantic, super HD screen close to the sport. So if you're front row, it feels like you're courtside or whatever. So, no, I did not invest. I wanted to. Tried to. It's private. Couldn't find a way. I am going to go to one of these, I think, for the Lakers Warriors game. So hopefully Steph doesn't drop 50 on my fucking face and I spill my beer and on my pants. Looks like I peed myself and I start crying. But I'm going to try one of these for the first time, so I'll give you a review. And they're apparently partnering with movie studios, and they're going to do their first test with The Matrix as a movie. It's going to have like live, I don't know, it's going to have like some fucking shit. It's going to be supposed to be cool. So I'm kind of stoked. I think it's a cool business. I think it's just cool. I feel like people will use these in a lot of cities. Like, it seems fucking sick, and it's less expensive than going to the game or whatever, and that shit's expensive as fuck. And I don't know. I just think it's cool. I think it's a cool business idea. I'm like low-key interested. How expensive is it to rent the screen for a Big A clip? Dude, what if I tour the country in all the Cosm theaters and I play Big A clips and everyone comes out and that'd be all. We just sit there in silence. Everyone's in dead silence and we watch the latest Big A clip. Just one single clip, yeah. All the good sporting events at the Cosm here in Dallas sell out super fast. Well, that's a good sign for the business then, right? They could expand. What I'm saying is it doesn't seem like it's so crazy expensive to build. It doesn't take an insane amount of space. And it seems kind of fuego. I just think I guess I'm excited about the business. I wish I was an investor. It feels cool. It just feels cool. It feels like a cool idea. And I feel like it's hitting the moment where people want, I don't know. People want social experiences, but they want the comforts of home. I don't know. It's like it mixes your living room and your couch. I don't know. I don't know what I just think it fits. I think it fits the moment. election result is clear. Yeah, I don't have I think a deeper thing to say about it other than this is cool. This is a good sign. It's a good sign. I think it tracks with what I said in the clip right after the election. I think people can and will change their vote. If they don't feel like they're being supported, I think they will come out and rally. I think it'll also galvanize people who sat out. Many people didn't vote in the last election because they felt apathetic and they didn't think why it mattered. They didn't even see a difference between the two parties. And I'm also hopeful that, Kamala Harris will never run for anything ever again, and we don't ever hear from her ever again. Candidates will get better. I'm also hopeful for that. I'm hopeful that Joe Biden will peacefully pass in his sleep at the age of 150, and Kamala Harris will not run, and better candidates will step up, and guess I'm just crazy like that. Although I could probably vote for Joe just 2 more times. He should get 3 terms. I know I say Trump shouldn't get 3 terms, but I think Joe should. Because he's got that wry smile, you know? I think it's Biden 28, Trudeau in 32 to rebuild our relationship with Canada. Okay? So we get 4 years of Trudeau, and then we bring Biden back for 36. But Canada hates Trudeau? Ah, fuck. I forgot about that. When are we getting Xi Jinping after World War III? Don't worry. We'll get Xi Jinping after World War III. Don't fucking worry, bro. He'll be was up Washington. No, I would love so fucking hard if in 2028 the person running is not someone I know right now. That'd be so great. That'd be so great. And the monkey paw curls and it's like fucking it's like the worst. It's the young Hitler. What if you were a really, really good person, but your first name was Young and your last name was Hitler? And that would be tough. That would be tough. That would be tough. Please. Mr. Hitler was my father's name. Call me Young. Just don't get the stash. I mean, yeah, the stash is on you, right? If you get the stash at that point, you're leaning into it. What's your prediction for the first year a content creator runs for president? Pre-2050? Runs for president? Dude, it's tough to say because, like, it's converging. Politicians are becoming content creators at the same rate that content creators are getting into politics. Like, AOC's active on TikTok, bro. It's like many younger politicians are doing it all the time. They're creating content. They're doing more podcasts. Gavin Newsom's a podcaster now. So I would say definitely pre-2050. It just depends on how, if you think someone who's a content creator first becoming president, I don't know when that'll be. President is such a specific role, but as a politician, it's happening already. I think there's a couple races where content creators are already running. Wasn't there like that young, I forget her name. She's like a 26-year-old woman. She's running to replace like a 92-year-old Cat. Yeah, Cat. She's like a content creator. Mr. Beast will be my president when I vote for him. God willing. God willing. God, Mr. Beast would be such a great president for all. Daily videos from the White House? That'd be so fire. Double your Social Security challenge? No, we put all the Social Security in a pile. And the last old person to keep their hand on it gets to keep it. It would be fucking sick. New fireside chat on TikTok Live. But you're saying like a joke. That's not even that crazy. I mean, I think doing it on TikTok Live is kind of crazy, given that it's a Chinese-owned. But you know, fireside chats was a response to people using radio. It was like using technology at the time. Politicians using social media is not crazy. It's not bad. They kind of have to if they want to get their message out. I think they should get better at speaking to people the way they consume information and getting their points across. I think that would be good. I think the Rizzler should say 5 big booms as we bomb Yemen. Sorry. I don't want to make a leap, but I think that should happen. I think we should leak that group chat. And he's topping booms. Do you think Kamala's loss will prevent women candidates from exercise? I don't think. I think Kamala was a historically, I don't know, uninspiring candidate. Where's like galvanized? I mean, people didn't get excited. You don't get fired up. You know what was interesting? Wait, what was I heard a very, very, very wise quote. God, what was I reading? And I was like, this would be so pog. Oh, here it is. Damn. Look at that. It was this FT opinion article by Gideon Rockman talking about lessons from Russia, Turkey, and India about fighting for democracy in a country that may possibly be backsliding. And one of the things he said that I thought was fucking wise was here at the bottom, where he says, listen, charismatic leadership is a non-negotiable. And I fucking agree, dude. If you look at all these countries, the only time they get any momentum against it is when you have an actual charismatic leader. It's not like an option. You can't be like, oh, well, this person maybe is safer. You have to have a fucking charismatic opposition leader to even have a chance. And I think that's really powerful and true. And I never heard it expressed so succinctly. I think saying non-negotiable just makes it so fucking clear that it is clear. Indian democracy, Lamau. I think you didn't understand what he said, what I said, or what the article said. I think you just want to say Indian democracy, Lamau, but that's fine. I'm not in the mood today. It's fine. I think this is true in business as well. Very few non-charismatic leaders can draw the investors. Wait, let me pull this up. Because it's an interesting question, and it makes me have another thought. There's another fucking thought that I don't know where I heard, but I do agree with it as well. What is this? Dude, where's your fucking... This one. Okay. Which is that... maybe this was from this fucking Ezra Klein book. Maybe. I actually don't remember where I fucking heard it. But it was the idea that, like, money is not the currency of politics right now. I know it sounds crazy. It's not the number one currency. The number one currency right now is attention. And I thought that was pretty interesting. And I think today's election result kind of proves that too. The number one currency is attention. Attention is the most powerful. It's like the hardest, it's the scarcest resource because we're all so fucking fry-brained and there's so many things grabbing our attention that anyone who can cut through the noise or grab attention has more power than money can buy. Money doesn't have the like, you know, it reminds me of like when Bloomberg ran for president. He had a fuck ton of money, but nobody gave a shit. But like there was a time where that role was flipped, where money was the number one thing because you could buy like access, you could buy news, you could buy coverage, but it's switched. Attention is the most important thing. And so it's not just true in politics, it's true, as you say, in business, where like, I think Elon exploited this for a long time. Elon and Tesla didn't have to spend like a fucking dime on advertising because he was the advertising. His ability to cut through the noise and make a brand image and be Tony Stark gave them infinite value. I think it's interesting. I think there's and now he's the opposite. Yeah, well, he still cuts through the noise, but in a more negative way now. If anything, he's still powerful just as a contra. You have to read about Alex Karp and how he changed his public views once Palantir started mooning. No, I just watched the video on it. I think more CEOs are leaning into this. Zuckerberg. I think more CEOs are realizing that they almost have to like try to get out there on these podcasts or like be more of a public figure because without that ability to command attention, they've lost real power compared to their competition. Now, I don't think any of them are doing it very well. I think Zuckerberg was on Colin and Samir, and it was the most embarrassing, cringy thing. Dude, they had... listen, I'm not knocking these guys. I don't know anything about Colin and Samir. But Colin and Samir had a Mr. Beast / Zuckerberg interview. This got, again, like I'm talking about half the views of a Big A clip. Dude, look at this. Is that not embarrassing? That's the fucking... Then I'm fucking talking about horse shit for 9 minutes. But if you watch that, I watched the first third. It feels so PR. It's so cringe. But they're trying because it's important. Who's doing it well? Who's doing it well? Who's doing it well in the CEO space? I will say people that are breaking through the noise would be like... I'm trying to give some examples that are different spaces. Not Dan Clancy. Not Dan Clancy. You could say Jensen Huang has probably done a good job of like his public appearances have gone well. He's built a profile. He has some name recognition. He's headlined major events. You could say on the political space, people aren't going to like this, but like Tucker Carlson, after getting ousted from Fox, has built his own platform that has big reach. He has the ability to like command attention in a way that few others have. I'm trying to think of who else. Mark Cuban, Jon Stewart. I think Jon Stewart's pretty good. Timmy Cook. I don't know that Tim Cook is the same way, but I agree that Tim Cook has built a very sterling reputation. Tim Cook is really fucking good at like doing what's best for Apple. Like he's almost like a cyborg. He's almost designed to just do good for. He's not really. He doesn't. I don't think Cook has a lot of fans, but he knows how to. Do you think Tim Walls' career is dead? No, I think Tim Walls is pretty good at connecting with people. I think Tim Walls is slowly but surely shaking off the election result and the Kamala Harris Association of the loss, and I think he's gotten some good messaging out there. I think he's building his own. I don't think he should be the nominee necessarily. I don't. It's too early to talk about it, but I think he's done pretty well. Elon boosted Wall's career. That's actually true. That's I think sometimes people that are quote unquote on my side. I don't like to say sides, but whatever. Make the mistake that Elon is also making here, which is that like he's helping his opponents. Elon thinks that when he calls Walls the R word or whatever, he's hurting him. He's strongly helping him. He's like galvanizing support behind him. He's fucking he's like he has only hurt his own cause. He called him a rapscallion. That's right. It's the reverse we talk about with friends. Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing. That's how I view the world. All right. I'm not saying it's the 100% way. By the way, I'm not going to get into a whole France discussion again, but I did talk with a lot of people, in my real life. I talked with Ari about it. I talked with. It was fun. It was interesting. I really liked the conversation. I wish there was a better place to do it. I don't know if I'm going to do it on the podcast because the problem with the podcast is they don't know shit about France at all. They don't even follow any of it. So I'd have to give the backstory and probably do a fucking presentation. And then I'm just doing my presentation again. And I've done that like too many times. So I think I won't. It's just tough. I wish, I don't know. I don't have a solution for it, but, give them assigned reading before class. We've already done that, dude. We all have to read this fucking book. Doug assigned it, dude. I have to read this fucking book before class. I was reading a book I really liked. I have homework. As Gods Among Men or something. So if you guys don't know, I briefly had a Big A book club where I recommended a book, and the book was so dry that I killed the book club instantly. And it was called As Gods Among Men. But the book was actually very interesting. I wonder if I could briefly summarize it for you. As Gods Among Men are about a brief history of the rich in the West. And it's basically the top 0.001%. It looks at them from like medieval times till now. Maybe not medieval times, a little past medieval times. And again, no, the premise is very interesting. You guys are saying but it's actually very interesting. The dry part was that he's like very, very, very academic writer. He writes with like long tangents on citations and how he ascertained this data from ancient texts. And it's like, I trust you, or put this in the appendix. I don't need fucking 6 paragraphs on where this came from. Just tell me. And then that's why it's dry. Anyway, it's a history of the rich versus less. And it goes through, I think the core idea of it is that, and it's like I have to do the pancakes and waffles thing. He doesn't say, and I don't say, that it's a good thing to have a super rich 0.1% class. Okay? Do you understand? Saying that at the beginning. But it did exist and it does exist. Okay? So let's analyze it. All right. Now, in history, there was like a social, especially in like 15, 16, 1700s, there was almost a social contract where the very wealthy would be tentatively allowed by the mob to have that level of wealth, but only because in times of crisis or in times of peace, they would spend huge gobs of that money to either rapidly beautify and improve their living area, like the city they live in, or for like defense and things like that, whenever like things were threatened. Yeah, noblesse oblige. The idea that if you have that level of wealth or power or connection, you have to use it for the good of society in some way. Now, again, it's hard to measure that and yada, 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 but he does. He does a good job of looking at it. And basically, in any measurable way, the amount that people have actually sort of quote unquote given back has plummeted. And the rich today are not only more rich, but more uniquely selfish. And it's because they no longer see themselves, this is the theory positive, but I think it's pretty strong. They no longer see themselves as part of their city, their town, their country. They see themselves as basically global citizens. They are like part of a global super rich class. The people that are closest to them are fellow billionaires in a different country. That's their peer group. They don't see themselves as like, I'm a rich American. I need to make Chicago better, or they see themselves as, it's a powerful, interesting book. And it just feels like that social contract that has existed, that has allowed perhaps this level of wealth to exist in the past, even in like a more equal time in America, where we like 50s, 60s, 70s, where we still had very rich people. They would be more willing to put that back to their society, and it doesn't exist anymore. That's like the overall thesis of the book, if I were to say. But also, there's actually a second part of the book. There's a second part of the book. The second part of the book is he looked at inequality data for all of human history, everywhere he could find it, top to bottom, high and low, in countries, in communist countries, in capitalist countries, in feudalist countries, everywhere. And he noticed this: no matter what, in every country at all times, inequality slowly ticks up. Essentially, it essentially always, except for war, famine, plague. Essentially, those are like the times where inequality like breaks down. And again, he talks about this, but the big like inequalities like this, and then World War II. Plummets. So much destroyed, so much is reset, so many rules get rewritten, taxes raised on the rich, everything starts over, okay? And after World War II, this period, this 50s, this is only in the West, by the way, we're talking about the West. 50s, 60s, 70s period is like the longest period almost ever, in human history, of like a steady, low inequality middle class. This is the period. And the reason they maintained it and it didn't keep rising is because in this period, we had this unique confluence of factors. Like we had high top tax rates on the rich. We had high union participation. We had well-regulated banking rules. We had, again, I don't want to get into a whole gold standard debate, but if you have a gold standard or something similar or a debt break, people can't overspend. In America, in this area, if your government tried to overspend, you would just lose all your gold. That's why in 71, when we had the war in Vietnam, we wanted to pay for that, we had to get rid of the gold standard so we could afford to keep printing, because otherwise they would have just taken all our gold. So again, I'm not going to do a gold bug thing. I'm not going to do a gold standard thing. There's many other ways to do it, but you have to have some forcing function that prevents the government from just trying to do everything, because then it inflates your currency. Anyway, after around 71 starts to rise again, and then after Reagan, it goes fucking crazy, right? So it's just worth noting this part of history is like really cool. And I think a lot of what I talk about is like, what was so unique about that part? How do we get back to there without necessarily World War III? What were the unique policies at the time that like we've lived through in America, in normal America? Like you have parents that were alive in this time. It wasn't that crazy a time. Rock music, McDonald's. It wasn't fucking scandalous. Well, how do we get back there? I just want to like, this is my big theme for a lot of what I talk about. So hopefully that was interesting. The effective factor wasn't really much higher though. Almost comparable today. Wait, can I pull up your... Dude, I keep using Firefox to pull up messages and it doesn't work. And I want to. I've heard this argument. I'll be honest with you. I find it to be specious. If I'm going to use my fancy term. I think if we're so confident that there's no difference with the high marginal tax rates and the current ones, then let's just go back to them. And there's no difference, right? I find it, let's just do it then. Let's just go back to the time and then they'll be fine. But people always say like, who cares? They didn't really pay that much anyway. Okay, fine. Then let's do the, you know what I'm saying? It feels like an excuse to not do it. Is my first point. And my second point, and I think this is really important, what I've been trying to talk more about lately, is like, we have a real problem, especially lately, with enforcement. We don't even enforce the tax rules we currently have. People just, I don't even care what percent it is, you're not paying it. People aren't paying it. And that's almost worse than all because it creates this rot of trust where, well, if that guy's not paying, I'm not going to pay mine. You know what I'm saying? It's like the rules being unfair or too low on rich people is one thing, but even them not paying, just ignoring the rules, that's a real cancerous. So I would love, it's the hardest thing to get people to support, but I always support it and I try to make the case every time. I made it during Biden. I'll make it now. I want more IRS funding and agents. I want, especially on the high end, like white collar crime, rich tax evasion. And I want a simpler tax code. Yeah, I want simpler tax code and I want uniform enforcement. And I think, again, a lot of that will just help bring trust back to the collective system. Someone said really cool for black people at the 50s and 70s. And listen, I think that's a common argument, but I think it's a little bit silly to say that the reason we had racism in the 50s, 60s, and 70s is because the middle class was so big or that we were taxing the rich. If we get rid of the taxes on the rich, that will get rid of racism. Do you understand? I think that's a little bit crazy. I think there's a social timeline and an economic timeline, and they are related, but you can have one without the other. You could stay this spot on the social timeline and then go to this spot on the economic one. I think that's fine. I don't think that's a problem. And in fact, you could make a very strong case that the booming economy and widespread growing middle class of the 50s, 60s, 70s is what created the space for the civil rights movements. There was more progress in those 20 years on civil rights than there were in 100 years before that, and often in 20 years after. So that's my answer to your question. I'm not trying to avoid your question. I'm just trying to get a real answer. Storm Before the Storm is good. Yeah, it's great. I didn't get to finish it. I'm fucking like 1/3 away from finishing it because Doug made me read this book. As far as I know, Rome is still going good. I'm aware. I have a clip on it. I did a whole thing about it. Have you seen the description of America as technofuel? No, I haven't seen that description. I'm not even necessarily sure that I agree with it. But they certainly have a lot of power. What if we defund the IRS and ask corporations to do their own taxes, but they have to be honest? Holy fuck. That could work. Wait a minute. An honor system. Wait a minute. It's like when your teacher tells you to grade your own work. You guys always follow the honor system, right? You always grade it as harshly as you should. Yeah. It's like when any ever work from home, it's like when you're working from home, you're always working all 8 hours. You never take a break or take a nap or get a snack, or you always work all 8 because you don't want to rob your employer. We should have companies grade each other's taxes. That's actually fire, dude. Pepsi should grade Coke's taxes. They're fucking inspired to do it right. That's actually such a good idea. Mark that down. Yes, dude. Yo, as a verified clips fiend, I haven't seen you explicitly break down the fancy new word you're using, RE, long-term debt cycle. Are you psyoping us all into being Dalio-pilled, or dude, we're getting too insular. What if a new person shows up and we're talking about being psyoped into being Dalio-pilled? They're like, what the fuck? I want this stream to be approachable. Okay? I want people to be able to get into economics. I got too many nerds in here, bro. I got too many nerds. We're getting too far. I don't want to talk about being psyoped into being Dalio-pilled, okay? And no, I didn't get that from Dalio, actually. It sounds crazy. I'm sure he said it, and I've read his stuff. I've read Changing World Order. But I think I got it from Fourth Turning, if I'm being honest with you. I'm Neil Howe-pilled. But it's not. It doesn't matter who says it. It's just true, right? Like look at look at well, this is not a good graph because it didn't go far back enough. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. He's like our deficit. Like we began this debt cycle, really, I'd say in like the 80s, in Reagan era. 70s, 80s, like Vietnam into Reagan. This idea that the government could print, and then Clinton balanced it very briefly, very, very briefly. And again, a part of that is, dude, we had a massively surging economy. There was the tech bubble, revenues were up. And then, then George Bush said, nah. Dude, there's a fucking great... This is January 17th, 2001. Onion article. Our long national nightmare of peace and prosperity is finally over. Dude, this is honestly one of my favorite articles ever. It predicts everything. It predicts everything. It predicts. It was like, this is so shockingly well written. And I read this in 2001 as a kid, and I it's always stuck with me. It's time traveler-esque. Anyway, you know, massive tax cut plus war. So then we just start. I can't put enough blame on the war here unnecessary and the war here unnecessary. Vietnam. Vietnam was when our country first realized we can't afford this. We're spending more money than we want to tax. And so people are just using that money to redeem for gold, and we're losing all our gold. So we got rid of the gold standard and any restraint. There's no limit to spending now. And then we start spending like fucking crazy. And all the problem is put on the future, and now the future is here, you know? So we are at the end of the debt cycle of all these people getting to live extra easy. Not just good like they lived here, but extra good. The 80s were extra good, extra juicy. The 90s were extra juicy. You know, they get to fucking live extra high on the hog so that the future has worse lives. That's what kind of sucks. Hey, Dr. Oliver. Hey, Big Ear, I'm here to represent those that aren't nerds. I want to open your opinion on the generational beef between Ireland and the UK. Do you have a side to pick and why? Honestly, it feels like Ireland's the cooler one. But I really don't have a side. I feel like the Ireland it just feels cooler, you know? I'm just being real. But I don't think there's like, I don't know how to say this. I don't think violence is ever the answer, but in a movie, it's cool. Plus, I think, am I crazy? I have this visual in my mind. I have this visual in my mind of, I could be wrong, of Pierce Brosnan as an IRA agent. And he's like such a, it's like, yeah, it's The Foreigner. It's the movie The Foreigner. It's Jackie Chan and Pierce Brosnan, and he's like an IRA agent, and he's like badass. And I thought, damn, that's cool. I guess the IRA pretty is sick. That was my big takeaway. I think I watched Black Bag, by the way. Pretty is sick. Yeah, that's how we talk around here, motherfucker. Get on the boat. Pretty is sick. Have you seen Carney's new housing plan? I would love to see this. What has old Carney cooked up? What has old Carnster cooked up to fix this problem in Canada? He's creating an entity called Build Canadian Homes that will provide financing for new affordable housing projects. It's a public-private partnership that will provide billions in debt financing to innovative Canadian prefabricated home builders. Huh. Let me read more about this before I make a snap judgment. Let me learn more about this before I make a snap judgment, but obviously I'm not super stoked on it in my gut reaction. The best part of this book that I've read so far There's arguments in this I like and I don't like, but the part that like they're most clear on is really about zoning and NIMBYism and good examples of when that is removed. I know people hate to fucking hear this, but the market generally does just build and take care of it. It does do that whenever you're allowed to. It actually, if you just make it so that people are allowed to build stuff, they will do it. Because there's demand. There's like insane demand for housing. People will buy it, but you can't build it. It's actually not that shocking. Like it does. It's not like you need to subsidize. You don't need to like take a bunch of tax money and say, we'll give you this grant to build a house. They'll just build it if they are allowed to build it in an area where people will actually live. You live in LA? All of the examples in this book are not LA. They're about like, I mean, for example, this happened in Austin recently. Austin changed their zoning laws and made it so you could build more, and then rents dropped 22% or something. Like fucking, it does work. So I just, that is one area that I think I'm pretty easy to convince on. I think it would be really cool to work on that and have almost like a nationwide zoning law the way Japan has. If you let them build everywhere, it'll just be like Clancyville. Yeah, that's a worry of mine. But houses in Clancyville are dirt cheap because nobody wants to live there. One second. I got one of those. Very stuffed. Very stuffed. Damn, I gotta say, I'm pretty pumped about that Wisconsin election. Pretty pumped about that. I think that's cool. Liberation Day, I'm gonna do it tomorrow because tomorrow is Liberation Day, and it turns out, well, I'm thinking about the logistics of YouTube here. If I do a Liberation Day presentation today, here's what's gonna happen. Tomorrow's going to happen. He hasn't even announced. They haven't even decided what the tariffs are going to be. It is still in flux right now. And then I'm going to do the presentation and the clip's going to go up tomorrow and it's going to be wrong. It's going to be wrong on everything. And they're going to change their mind midday tomorrow or expand it tomorrow. And then everyone in the comments is going to be like, wow, it's actually not this. I just know that will happen. So if I logistically do it today, then I'm actually fucking over my clip, which sucks. So I kind of have to do it tomorrow, and then we do an instant turnaround. I feel like Trump. Do you guys ever think that Trump does some of his announcements to try and screw over my content? And thanks for the gifties. Zektherm, thank you for the gifty. Soft Boy Uwu, thank you for the 11 gifted. Wow, your name is Soft Boy Uwu. I appreciate that. You said we should have what? Hey, Simmer3, thank you for the prime. 810 Lewick, thank you for the 36 months. 36 months, much appreciated. I'm sorry to not shout it out. 810 Lewick, thank you. 810 Luke. 8 and Luke. That's probably how I say it. 8 and Luke. Rhino, thank you for the 16 months. I've heard Trump is purposely ruining the economy to put pressure on old Jerome to cut interest rates. Thoughts? Didn't I make a clip with this exact thought? Uh, Not even to get Jerome to cut him, just to get the mark, because Jerome doesn't. Jerome doesn't talk. First of all, it's not my theory. I'm just saying I've heard this theory. I talked about the clip in the clip. Jerome doesn't decide the 10-year rate. The market does. But there is an idea that they want to scare people out of stocks into 10-year bonds, so the interest rate goes down, so they can refinance all of the U.S.'s staggering debt at lower rates. Can I just tell you guys no, I'll save this one. No, I'll tell you about it. Someone's asking about books, and I want to talk about a book called, you can probably get this for free, low key, but you should buy it if you're interested. If you're brokeski, you can probably find a PDF online. No cap. It's not long. It's a very long, not very short, very simply written book. And it's called How to Get Filthy Rich in Rising Asia. This might be one of the only times a book has made me cry. And based on the title, you think it would never do that. I cried because it was like crush your workers. Chapter 1, crush your workers. Chapter 2, raise the pay of the CEO. Chapter 3. No, it's actually such a beautiful book, and it's written so simply and straightforwardly, and it's like this story. I don't want to spoil too much. It has like actual like practical entrepreneurship and business advice, I guess, in a way, but it's told through a truly hauntingly beautiful story on life and love and and I seriously think if you wanted to give a book a chance and you don't want to read nonfiction, you could not go wrong with this. I swear to God, by the end of it, you will feel something. You'll feel something. He writes in such a plain way about real things that I'm going to experience in the future. I don't know. It's I don't know. I want to give this an honest recommendation. You could find the PDF for free. You can give it a shot. Because You're Filthy Rich. It's not about, the title is such a mislead. I just want you to understand. It's about an extremely, extremely, extremely poor child and his life. Not a real story. It's almost, I'm trying to think of like, I don't know. It's about squeaks. No, is there an animated adaptation? I wish. There should be a movie of it. A movie of that book would be incredible if it was done right. Did I get a raid? Hey, Skylar Violet Voices, thank you for the raid. Much appreciated. We talked about this at the beginning. Bingus Dingus 6. My thoughts are it seems a little crazy. It seems a little overvalued. I don't really have an explanation for why it popped so much on the IPO. 16 to $20 billion valuation. Well, it doesn't make any money. Seems crazy, but I'll just wait and see. I wouldn't buy it, right? I'm not going to invest in Newsmax. I only invest in Charizard cards. Smart man. If you had done that, you'd probably be very, very well off right now. Um, I'm about to short Newsmax. Tell me why I shouldn't. You should just not mess around with shorts, bro. You should wear pants. You are not Trainer Joey in Pokemon, dude. You can't handle shorts. You can't pull them off. Unless you are in a long short fucking hedge fund pod shop on Wall Street, you're gonna lose. You're most likely gonna lose. So I would just tell you to be careful. We aren't getting setup reviews. Oh, setup reviews. No, I want to do setup reviews, but we should probably do it. Do we have enough? Do we get enough? I need to make sure. I need to fucking. I was supposed to do a Reddit post on it or something. Where did we put setup reviews? Because I do want to do this. Community activities. Wait, I don't even see the fucking thing. Didn't it exist in A Corp Discord? But I'm in the Discord. I don't see it. Is it hidden? Go to announcements. 10 events. Fun forum. Dude, I don't see it straight up. All the way down. I'm at the bottom. League chat, A Corp Mysteries, recruitment agency, serious stream ideas. It's under discussion. Dude, wait, why is it hidden under serious stream ideas? No, well, that's not good. Actually, there's a lot in here, though. There's probably plenty in here. I feel like it should be easier to find, low key. Because you never do it. I will do it. I will do it. I mean, I could do it today. I actually am not opposed to it. But I did want to talk about, I wanted to do a little Reddit. Here's the thing: is I was gonna get a setup picture for Ari. Is like that's my whole plan. I just didn't do it, so now I'm backpedaling. I'll tell you my honest thought process is I was gonna have one of Ari's desk and my desk, and I was gonna show it to you, but I don't have that, and so now I'm like kind of panicking because I think that would be good for the fucking go do it now. Let's watch CoffeeZilla now, and then I'll also. You want a photo of my desk right now? Bro, this shit is dirty. There's so many Topo Chico bottles, and I spilled water all over my road. Yeah, I know there's no cleaning. I know the rule is no cleaning. But, okay, wait, I do have to hide this QR code for a friend's baby shower. Do not want you guys showing up on the registry. That I have to hide. That I have to hide. I have to hide their phone number, and I have to hide. You know, I'll put it upside down so it's not cleaner. Okay. This is low-key kind of dirty. Like, I don't know that I feel comfortable with this. It's not Asmongold-esque. I don't think it's that bad, but... It's just like, there's a paper on the floor. You can't, like, zoom enhance that, right? It's like a tax paper. Yeah, I'm just afraid you guys are... I don't want you guys to zoom enhance my fucking taxes or something. If I put it like this. Okay. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Okay. Say cheese. Say cheese. All right, you guys are all on camera. Let's do a little setup review. Fuck it. Let's look at some of your setups. If you guys have a setup review, take it right now. Take it right now, put it in the Discord. Let me change my title. Reviewing your disgusting, filthy computer setups. Live. Let's go setup review! You're... Okay. Setup review. Okay, we will start with mine. How do I share this with myself? Share. We'll go to Discord. I'll send a picture to Stans so I can pick it up. I'll send a picture to Stans. Okay. There's nothing insane. I'm just making sure you guys can't, like, pick up a tax document or something crazy. Okay. Okay. Copy image. Okay. Fuck it. Well, how do I open link? Here it is. There it is. Okay, setup review. We'll start. Now, obviously, I have to show mine so that it's fair. I can't be judging someone else's when I haven't put mine out there. So here is my setup. Couple distinct features. Got a chessboard with the glued pieces. Got a lot of posters. Smash Bros, Mario, Zelda, me as a clown, Clown Nose, the original off-brand molds, Chic, Cloud9 signed by the original Cloud9, Genesis signed by the original Five Gods, PC that was way too expensive. I believe there's food and trash on the floor, a lot of wires, tax document, strategically angled away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Topo Chicos. One of them has spilled on my audio setup. Couple books. Latest copy of the Financial Times. PS5 unplugged for a year and a half. And that's the setup. 2 monitors. Lights, camera, action. I mean, truly all you need to run a multimedia empire. Okay? Is that a poster? An actual board? It looks sick. A poster or an actual board? It looks sick. I don't know, but you see that I have the Lawyer Up Better Call Saul license plate? I have the Atriarchy signed by all the people who performed at the Atriarchy, which is really fucking cool. I get to see them right here. All the community members who made the songs and performed live. That was really cool. The chess one is an actual board. Yeah, it's an actual board. The pieces are magnetic. So you can... And you can see my CPU temps, which are... They're 65 in this shop, but they're 80 right now just running Chrome. So that's fucking cool. Glad I spent $5,000 in this PC. The cheap Logitech mouse goes crazy. I like this mouse. I've always used this mouse ever since I was a fucking gamer in college. And every time I pick a new one, I don't like it. I don't like fancy mouses. That's a chrome issue, not a fancy mice. I'm sorry. Where's the fizz plush? I mean, all the main shit's behind me on the shelf. And then there's the whiteboard, and there's... You guys get it. That's enough about my setup, all right? My setup, as we can all tell, a little messy, a little stylish. Honestly, we'll give it a 10 out of 10 to be fair. Let's see what you guys cooked up, though. Starting with the first person to submit. Let me just open a bunch of these. Let's open a bunch of these. But I'm not going to know your name because it only opens the link. All right, wait. I actually don't think I need to worry about this. I can just fucking show the Discord, right? There's no problem with that. Yeah, we'll just show the Discord. Yeah, okay. I'm not like leaking my... I just was worried about leaking my address or some crazy shit. No, we're good. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Michael, your setup. What do you have? You're playing Get to Work. That's a plus. 2 monitors. That's a plus. Blue Yeti. It's fine. You got big chess piece. Organization. Count of Monte Cristo. Dune. Artemis by Andy Weir. Project Helm. Oh, you're a very Andy Weir guy. All right. Red Notice by Bill Browder. Humble Pie. Okay. You are a software engineer or something. You're a software engineer. You're like a computer science guy. Bit of a nerd, but like... This is me. I'm a med student. Oh, interesting. Anyway, I think the setup's pretty good. What is this thing? What is this? I don't know what this tool is. Duster? Interesting. You got a controller plugged in for some gaming session. I mean, this all seems pretty good. It's a solid setup. I'll give this a solid... let's do every rating 1, 2, or 3. I'm gonna give this a 2. Okay, it's not, 3's the best. 1 is the worst. 2 is solid. That's a 2. What's mine? Mine's a 4. Okay. Let's see this setup. I do like the 3 monitors. Perfect to never focus on anything. I also like that you have me on the main monitor. Very smart. Very smart. Kind of make that the main focus of the event. In fact, I would minimize everything on this and this. And just... plus tablet. Plus tablet. I actually think this is a pretty simple, clean, but good setup. But I also feel like you could have maybe something here, you know? Show some personality right here. Is that googly eyes on your cam? I like that too. I do like googly eyes in the cam, so it's like when you're looking at the cam, it's like you're looking at a person. That's actually kind of low-key fire. It gives you a bit of a... Is it in a bathroom? Yeah, I mean, it's just a little bland, a little basic, you know? It just needs something to snazz it up. But overall, good. Dead Squirp. Fucking 3/4 gone, bottle of Kraken right on the desk. Giga Chad. Is this Binding of Isaac? Playing Binding of Isaac. Northern Lion fan. Huge water bottle, huge thing of Kraken, leftover ordered food, Panda Express or something. Okay, this guy's a gamer. Some kind of instrument? It's like an amp or something, or you play, is it connected to something, your guitar amp? Playing guitar? And then you have this big fucking side monitor. I haven't seen a setup like this. So you're playing on here and you look over to like watch content to make sure your brain is never, ever, ever not constantly engaged. Classic behavior. And then you have Discord down here, so you kind of look over and down. Knife on the desk, just for aura. This is like our male living spaces. This is like classic, like, bachelor dude, lives alone, loves the fucking game. You just need like a white monster right here. Just a white monster right here, and maybe like a tub of creatine. That's what you need. You have the ultimate, like, first guy's place after college. Yeah, I think pretty fire. Good for you. What do we got here? Unk. This just says Unk. Is that Avatar? Can't really see it. And you're watching. I don't even know what this is. What is this movie or show? Right here. Riverdale? Okay. Avatar, Riverdale. 3 drinks, possibly energy drinks or sparkling water. I can't super tell. What is this we have in the middle, though? What is this we have in the middle? This is so important to you. You put it in the middle of your desk, and I can't. What is that? Orson Scott. 3 books. Okay. Orson Scott Card book. Oh, Orson Scott Card, Ender's Game. Okay, yeah, Orson Scott Card, Ender's Trilogy, something like that. Okay. Very important to you. Key on the shelf. This is like half-eaten yogurt, a remote. Everyone's got a mic right in the middle of their desk, huh? I guess it's funny. I always figured if you're not a content creator, this is my experience as well when I wasn't a content creator, you just use a headset with a headset mic. But like everyone has like a streamer mic so far. I don't know if that's like just a trend where everyone has just naturally become like a 2% content creator or what. But interesting. Forks on the desk. I can't judge you, but bad sign. Empty plate on the desk. I can't judge you, but bad sign. This is the den of sin, dude. The slop is building up. This is where you get the flies. This is where you get... I gotta be honest with you, I fucking hate window behind monitor. No good. No good. No good, dude. Move it to the corner. Window behind monitor, no good. I'm also noticing toothpaste. Dude, bro's got his toothpaste on his desk. Okay, your toothpaste, toilet paper roll, empty drinks. Nah, you gotta clean up. You gotta clean up, and I would move this to the corner. All right, reorient. Okay, this can all be fixed rather easily. I like your background. What do we got here? Oh, I'm in stream mode. I can't see your name. Sorry. Okay. I'm instantly liking this because it's got a good vibe. It's got a good aura here. I'm not anime pilled on the One Piece, but I do like the Calvin and Hobbes, the Endless Stars background. This is fire. I like that you have a thin and light Alienware NVIDIA GeForce laptop. I like that. I like that you helped my job. I like the background. I like the big ass mouse pad. And I like the high-end fucking clearly high quality keyboard. I think it's pretty, this is pretty clean, pretty nice. It's a good setup. Low key, I'm impressed. It's cool. Yeah, good on you. Oh my God. Okay, now you're just flexing. Wait, this is classy. You're a classy bitch. Wait a minute. Organized Andy over here trying to mog everybody. The background coordinated with the lighting? Excuse me? The clock right here, tasteful but helpful. Some Brandon Sando over here. I didn't like Tress of the Emerald Sea, but I never finished it, so I can't say. I like the keyboard. This all looks real nice. You have a standing desk. Mic arm, so it gets out of your way. You have a fucking headset arm. Nice chair. Books around. A plant? It's not even dead. Looks like it's dying. But a plant that's not dead, meaning you take care of it. You have journals? He's got 4 watches laid out. You organize this. There's no fucking way this is a natural shot. There's no fucking way you got 4 watches just sitting there perfectly lined up. You organize this shit for the shot. This got cleaned, bro. This got cleaned. Your thing's on a coaster? Backup headset? Or, no, this is headset to go. Work on building good habits, smiley face. Fuck you. Fuck you. A little note to yourself. Nah, you're pissing me off, actually, with this. DQ for being too ahead of the pack. No, this is really nice. This is really nice. I mean, I like this cork board. I like the whole setup. This is great. I mean, I'm sure you're proud of it. This would be a soothing place to get work done. It feels like it wouldn't busy my mind. Good job. But what about Shrek Master, though? Shrek Master's got me on the monitor saying Zam. Watching House. Was this House? I don't know what I was watching. 2 controllers. Chapstick, cups, phone setup on your side so you can distract yourself with more stuff. Maybe get YouTube clip going on there. Like a Hot Wheels car, a Lego guy, a coaster. I like the mouse pad. The mouse pad fucks. I don't know what it's from, but it just got a cozy vibe. Honestly, one thing I'm noticing, and this is an Atrioc viewer thing more than the average, you guys invest in keyboards. Everyone so far has like a nice higher end keyboard. It's not like the fucking, oh, it's a Squeaks? It's a Pookie pad? Yeah, it's nice. The little thing where you can plug in your phone is cool. And I like the speakers. This is, it's good. I feel like, nah, it's all, I thought I might hurt my knees on the bottom here, but no, it's good. Okay. This one, my own, actually, my 2 things I noticed are one monitor in 2025 is tough. Your brain is too standard. Your brain is too good. Your brain isn't fried enough if you have 1 monitor in 25. There's no way you can't sneak in a second one. I like this because I assume this is like something either personally important to you where you all worked on a project or like you volunteer at a school and kids. This seems like something where you're a good person. I think it's hard for an asshole to have a bunch of people with their handprint on the wall. This already gives me an indicator that you're a good person. Now, I think you need a second monitor, though, so you can kind of rot that brain a little more. And I would be a little bit worried about, again, monitor facing window or monitor in front of window. But overall, nice. Overall, nice. The desk is clean. Yeah, it seems good. I like it. But I like this the most. It's kind of like you have a second monitor in the reflection. You're kind of watching Atrioc twice, actually. So that's low-key. That's actually not bad. What about this one? Oh, Jesus Christ. Bro's got space. Bro, what got this big-ass space? You in a garage? Did you hollow out a kitchen? Whoa, bro's got laptop, 2 monitors. Wait, this is a desktop PC hooked into 3 monitors, one of them off? Am I crazy, or is that 2 in the reflection? This is a reflection. This is 2 monitors. 2 monitors, one of them off, a laptop right next to it, a game on the TV right next to it. This is fucking... You are in your sensory... what's the opposite of deprivation? Sensory overstimulation palace. Sensory overload. You're just fucking spinning around constant... This is impossible to do work at. Although you do have this little workstation right here. with paper, journals, pens, pencils. It's not bad. House on the TV, or house on the monitor. It's good. I think a little bit of dusting could do you some good, but overall, I like it. What we got here? Oh my God. I love my wife. I'm a woman, by the way. That's great, but your desk is so ay-ya-ya. I fuck with you being a lesbian. I support that. That's awesome. I don't fuck with you being a weeb. That's where I draw the line. Feel free to love who you want unless they love anime to an insane degree. That's my... no, I think this is cool. This is chill. What is this? Do it for your future self, I assume. I like that motivation. That's cool. A Big A Awards ticket? Wait, you're based. I assume this is the Minecraft server. I like that. Honestly, though I am not to this level of anime fandom, I get the sense you're probably a really nice person. I get the sense you're a good friend to those in your life. Not a hateful person. Is this... I have a question. People with this setup. Is this... when you do this, do you extend? Or are you... Like, are you using this as two monitors? Or are you kind of just using only this monitor and this is like not being looked at? You're extending? Okay. Then in that case, it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. A little cramped, though. I will say, like, if I was gaming, I feel like this is just too much. I would, like, easily knock this over. To me, I just feel a little cramped. I would, like, move these away just for that reason. But you might have put them on for the photo. Anyway, it seems good. What about this? Okay. Whole crew, including a s'more schmello. And I assume I assume this is how you all get together to watch Big A. This is like, if you should get your stuffies and watch the channel. So you have a friend group. Why are Atrioc's fingers a glizzy gobbler? Again, even in the lore, my fingers aren't glizzy gobblers themselves. Right? That wouldn't make any fucking sense. My fingers, even though I don't believe this, would ostensibly be glizzies themselves because they are bigger than average, which they're not. But if they were, they wouldn't be glizzy gobblers. That doesn't make any fucking sense. They don't eat. Anyway, praise the coffee cow. Why does the coffee cow want to become a communist? Why can I see visions of the veil beyond? How to find a kidney? How do I sacrifice... I can't fucking read it. To the blood gods. And then Tiger Woods. Okay. Well, sounds like you're really getting down to business. I do think maybe you could move this over a little bit. A little less room for all of the stuffed animals and just have more room for the mouse action. Remembering they're dubbing Nuja 2! It's the dub! They're working on it! Reminder, update. I'm still extremely excited. I think the whole community is extremely excited. I think it'll be so fun for us to watch it, and then I get personally hunted down by Xi Jinping. Yeah, it's very fucking cool. This is a sparse setup. This is a setup that's like someone who actually... This is someone who gets better grades than me. Just being real. This setup to me screams someone who actually wants to get their work done and does not want to get stuck into a dopamine loop. That is the vibe I get. Drinks water, translates as well. Yeah, I just get the vibe of someone who's like actually going to get shit done. Anyway, cool. Ooh, my God. Okay, luxury. This is an audio guy. This guy is someone who's really, 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 really into music and audio. It's like a whole audio setup. Got the keyboard, mixing, super high quality speakers. They got the viewing. This is nice. This is kind of luxury. This is this is like someone who could work in the industry. Okay. I feel like this could be the home setup of an artist, you know? Did you? Okay. Those speakers are $2K each. Yeah, this definitely screams wealth. So good for you. I mean, congrats. Clearly, you've reached your happy spot in regards to music. But probably should be some more big A, like here, and probably playing out of these speakers. What's this? Dude, college student. This is a college student type beat setup, dude. You got the fucking ThinkPad. You got the fucking wireless mouse, terrible to game with. And you got the fucking thing so it doesn't heat up your fucking scrot. Kill your fucking sperm cells when you're too young to have a fucking kid, okay? I had this exact laptop because this is what they gave out. Well, I don't know this exact one because it's got a fucking Ryzen sticker on it. And mine had an NVIDIA sticker on it. But I had a similar laptop. This is what they gave out in NVIDIA to just do work. It's very enterprise. This could be not college student, but first job type beat. And it's like a work laptop. This could definitely be that. Elon's ketamine manufacturer has a single Diet Coke and a Dell laptop on on like an airport lounge type desk. This is your setup for everything? You're actually no mouse. No mouse. What's on the computer? Microsoft Edge is your default browser. Holy fuck. Skype! Still have Skype! Oh no. How do we? UK plug! Oh God! Everything gets worse! Dude, like low key, this could be like 15 years ago and it would look exactly the same. That's, I almost respect it. This is my taste. All right, what about this one? Ooh. This looks like a streamer. Are you a streamer? I mean, if you're not a streamer, you're kind of wasting money. Just being for real, you've blown a lot of cash on like stuff you don't need. Bro's got 2 PCs, lighting, the full Elgato package, 2 Stream Decks, the XL and the Mini, high-end mic on an arm, 3 monitors, 3 controllers, 6 consoles. Fucking classic streamer chair. No, it's a better setup than me. 10 computers. Yeah, you gotta be a streamer. I'm assuming you do content. In which case, seems like a really good setup. I love the ability to fit all this with good wiring on a standing desk. My desk is a standing desk, but I've never raised it up once because the wires don't go that far because I didn't plan anything. I just fucking put it all in, and then when I try to lift the desk up, it goes, and everything starts pulling out of the fucking socket and pulls out of the computer. So I've never standing desk once. And that's just the fact of it. That's how I live myself. So cool that you got that to work. That's fucking sick. What do we got here? Okay, one thing I deeply respect, because I've done this so often in my life, is the laptop as your main computer on top of books or boxes so your neck stops hurting. I've done this many times for many years. I'm a big, deep believer in it. I will always, anytime I'm using my laptop, I'll be like, I have to look around and find some shit to stack under it because I don't like hunching over it. You got a fucking frozen pizza, the box left out on the table, open food box full of crumbs left out on the table. This whole thing is on a kitchen table. This feels like parents' house. Am I crazy? This feels like parents' house setting it up. Home from college. Yes. This feels like home from college, parents' house, don't have a desktop PC, setting up where you can. Home for spring break. That's the vibe I get from this, but I could be wrong. Anyway, I like it because it's saying you're going to make do. I can definitely see you sitting here just fucking grinding away at fucking Rocket League or Valorant or League or something, and your parents being low-key pissed because you're in the public area. That's the vibe I get from this whole thing, but it's also fire either way. Holy shit. That is a widescreen okay, this is very clean. Very clean in general. Vacuumed carpet. Standing desk. Nice headset. Everyone goes double controller, huh? You guys are playing by yourself. Why do you need two controllers? PC on a stand. Switch on a thing. I like to see that many of my viewers are the same console breakdown as me, which is PC gamer / Switch gamer. I think that's the best way to be. Yeah, I mean, you're clearly very organized. It's very cool. I like the keyboard too. Fancy. Does this work? This super fucking widescreen monitor shit? My biggest concern is like you open a game that forces full screen and the whole thing just breaks. Like I open, I don't know, Tricky Towers or some shit and it just goes, and then all my windows are fucked up and I don't know that I like it. Good for work? All right. Well, anyway, it looks cool. What's this? Dude fucking loves F1 almost as much as me. And I respect that. But you're not quite at my level where I truly love F1. I live and breathe it. What am I looking at? Wait, I'm not understanding. Is this... What? This is like perspective warping. Okay. Is that a tablet? It's a portable display. So you have a laptop and then like a stand behind it with a portable extendo display plugged in above it. Okay, interesting. Not a monitor. Okay. This looks like a Nintendo DS. like the size of the screen and directly vertical, it just feels like a DS vibe. This feels interesting. It's like a PC version of a DS. I don't know. This feels like a tough thing to use. But if it works for you. Yeah. It's fine. I respect the Ferrari. This is JPEX? JPEX has made so much good music, and it shows by his setup. It's what I've always said. If you want to get good at music, spend a lot of money. That is the key. The reason good artists are better than you is because they've spent more money than you. There is no other difference. JPEX himself will tell you that he has not spent any time practicing or learning his craft. He has just bought more. No, this is sick. This is a sick fucking setup. I didn't know you were such a diehard Zelda guy. Like 3 Zelda things, huh? Clearly a big... Atrioc branded custom... That earbuds? That's fucking sick. Really cool music setup. iPad speakers. Can I scroll over? What's this? Yeah, I mean, this is all fucking cool. Is that a Keyblade? Yeah, this is like obviously a fucking sick setup, to be honest. But I can make better music just like with raw, real, just like, let me just. Sorry, I was gonna spit a fucking crazy verse, but I decided against it to not embarrass JPEGs. Fire. What the fuck is this? My work and family gaming setup? Jesus. Work and family gaming setup. This is nice. It's like a whole fucking office. This is cool. Okay, window behind the monitor, but pure blackout curtain is a touch. So you can have your choice if you want to look out the window or not. Big risk of rain guy. Guitar. Yeah, I mean this. So this room is like pretty awesome, and I would say hard to leave. It's like one of those rooms that is the reason American society is collapsing. Where we all just stay at home. That's why people don't go to theaters anymore, dude. Rooms like this. But it's great. I mean, it's very good. It's a good room. Okay. Steal the look. You can get this whole thing. $50 laptop, $4 monitor, $700 keyboard. Wow, low-key's right. The cheapest fucking monitor I could imagine. And the nicest, classiest, heavy-duty keyboard. Damn, that keyboard sticks out. That is a fucking heavy-duty. That's a nice-ass keyboard. Yeah, whack-ass laptop, bro. That's like you bought that from one of the bins at Circuit City. And then obviously you're into some interesting art projects. You have different fucking Pantone colors. And this, You Are the Last Man. I assume student. Art student, maybe? Project here. The water bottle's a nice touch. The headset looks nice. Yeah, you know what? I can fuck with this. You are like a person who spends, like, you may not have a lot of money, but you spend extra money on a really good pair of boots or something, or on a nice pillow. Because you're like, I'm going to use it all the time. So I want it to be something good that lasts. I like, it's a min-maxer. You have like a nice headset. You have a nice keyboard. The things you're touching, you're putting, who cares about, you know, if you can play the games you want to play. I respect it. I respect it. Even with, oh my God, racing setup. Holy shit, another Ferrari fan. We are legion. Ferrari fans rise up. I can't wait for him to win the fucking Piston Cup. I can't fucking wait. He's going to fucking crush it this year. God, I love Ferrari. Yeah, bro has, wow, VR setup. He's got driving gloves? Bro sits down and straps on the driving gloves to drive his fucking virtual McLaren. That's fucking sick. Oh, you put the VR headset on, I see. Oh, that's probably pretty fucking fun, actually. That's probably pretty fun. I mean, because, like, when can you drive a car like that in real life? You have to be a fucking millionaire in Monaco or some shit. That's probably, like, the ultimate F1 fan thing. The driving gloves stay on during sex. Yeah, or order masturbation. In this fucking setup. Whichever one. What is this? Mr. Iceland. Mr. Iceland has got, what, pills on his table? The RGB goes dummy. The RGB is so strong you can see it in the monitor. I love having 3 blowing RGB fans that give a nice fucking rainbow tint to the half of my monitor. You got some good-looking food. I assume it looks European, to be honest, so it adds up. I think like a knife and a watch in a plastic container for some reason. I think it's just a situation of you need a little clean. And I'm guilty as well. This setup is nice with a once-over. Just clean it up, wipe off all this dust, and is that an Atrioc background photo? I hope not. I hope not. Holy fuck, Griever. The writer of the, I mean, not writer, but performer, maybe he wrote it, of the very song we play at the intro, comes in here. 2 guitars. Yeah, it's nice. Soundproofing. Heavy duty soundproofing. I assume you are near people who don't fuck with you constantly doing music. Yeah, it does feel like Path of Pain. This room would be hard for the Hollow Knight to survive. I'll be honest with you. This is pointy. But I like, yeah, Indiana Jones gets trapped in here and has to escape before it crushes him. Okay, yeah, true. Fucking true. It's an L-shaped desk, so the whole thing comes up as well. Okay, raisable L-shaped desk, very functional. Microphone with pop filter. Yeah, this is nice. This is nice. I think it just needs, doesn't need this, but you want like some decoration. You want something that says, hey, I'm a human being with hobbies and interests. You know, something that says I will say I respect in 2025 having a printer. I'll say it. There's oftentimes I wish I had a fucking printer. Printers come in handy, but not a single person has one anymore. It has a lot of uses. There's many times when it's like, man, I could print this form out or print this ticket out. And it's just so much easier than showing up and trying to get the fucking Ticketmaster app or some shit. This is nice. I respect having a printer in 25. I don't know if this is like the date of your death or something or what kind of satanic code this is, but outside of that, I like it. Also, like another thing, having a trash can near your desk so the trash doesn't end up all over your desk. You just put it in the trash can. That's good. That's fucking good. I have that. I have a trash can, but number one, it's full, so I need to take it out. And then number two, it doesn't have recycling, which is why I have all these bottles just on my desk. I need really to just handle both. Okay, this is your normal desktop. You just normally have a picture of me doing the Zam and Atrioc's fingers, but it's hot dogs. And that's a real Google search that you did. It just happened to be. Yeah, I don't like this one. Nope. Don't like it. Calculator. Fucking M&M's. Mug. And space. I can't tell your interests. Math, space, and you're attracted to the blue M&M. You low-key want to fuck the blue M&M, and you're into math and space. Also, no mouse pad. Yeah, eesh, eesh. Get a mouse pad. Rest of it's good. Productivity decreases proportionally to the number of screens. Says a man with 3 screens. You're already at nearly the max. Don't talk down on 4 monitor people when you have 3. You're already there. I like the footrest. Nice, high quality footrest. Yeah, this is good. Only thing I'll say is you're kind of risking a lot of pain eating a Nutri-Grain bar over your keyboard. This is the wrong food for right next to the keyboard. You're gonna be all crumbly and I think that's an L. I think that's dangerous. Squeaks on the Mon. Yeah, I think this is all pretty good. Been my setup for a couple of years, but the desk is older than I am. Okay, old ass desk, loves D&D. Have you seen this wizard? Fellow millennial, prisoner of Azkaban poster, American flag, patriotic Harry Potter D&D loving millennial with a Harry Potter Trivial Pursuit game, Magic 8 Ball or something. Wait a minute. And a Tony Hawk signed skateboard? Is this the ultimate millennial? Holy shit. You clearly grew up playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater and listening to, and being in Harry Potter. I got to be honest with you. One thing I'll say is I like this setup. I like that you're telling me something about yourself. This is probably the single worst dating profile picture of a setup that I have seen. This on Tinder is going to get some left swipes. There's some red flags. It was my worry. However, I think we'd be friends. Since I'm not trying to date you, I think you might DM a campaign. I think we could talk about Harry Potter. I think I also love Tony Hawk. And you got it signed too. I want to hear about that. That's fucking sick. So I say W. Fuck it. You know? Haters hate. This is the only part I don't fuck with. The fucking anime girl background. But, you know, you take the good with the bad. And you got an NVIDIA GPU. Thanks for the book recommendation, Big A. Okay, we got a Red Rising. We got one monitor playing YouTube with no keyboard, no mouse. And you're watching me watch a guy eat a Pop-Tart BLT. Yeah, this is fire. Is it TV? It's a TV, but like what's the YouTube coming from? Where's the setup? You guys are saying Xbox? I think more likely it's Neuralink. I think this is not an Xbox. I think it's Neuralink hooked up to his brain and he stares and controls it with his mind. I think that's probably what it is. Okay, this setup. Damn, this desk is fucking beat. What happened to it? Is this like concrete and it's all chewed up? What is... It looks like it's been chewed on, like a pencil. He got hungry? He got hungry. Router right next to you so you can get the maximum Wi-Fi speeds. Dude, I respect this. Clearly in a room with no good AC, fucking takes initiative, sets up a fan, clips it in, plugs it at his face. I respect it. I respect it. Okay? One monitor. I feel like you got to go two, but to each their own. Maybe you're just focused. Is that CDs? Wait, what the fuck year is this? Is this old? You have CDs? This is like my dad's desk in 95. Unsolved Rubik's Cube? Yeah, well, that looks like a hard one. Not as fancy as Griever, JCat, or JPEX, but I'm trying my best. Stone Ears with a more casual but still sick music setup with less audio equipment but more guitars. So who's the real winner? Why do guitar owners have so many guitars in general? Why are they not happy with just... Why is a guitar not like a thing that you just have one of? Like a phone or something. They sound different? Yeah, but why don't you just pick a favorite? Or a piano, yeah. Why does a gamer have multiple games? It's not really the same analogy. In my mind, the guitar is like a tool, like in the way that sort of a piano is. Or I was thinking like a phone or a hammer. You know, you have one, but people were telling me there's different sounds, and obviously, I guess I knew that intuitively, but I just figured you. You know what I figured it was? I sort of had the idea that like guitars were on a bad to good scale, so you would just use the best guitar you could get. But instead, what I'm realizing is it's more like just different. It's just like different. It's like they're not like this guitar is not better than this guitar. It's just different. The plant is dead. Oh yeah, that plant is. Well, I can't tell if it's like that type of plant, but it looks dead. Setup's nice. What's this? Okay, this monitor is crazy. This monitor is crazy. This looks like it's supposed to be at a kiosk. This monitor is wild. I don't even see this for sale. This is a monitor for like displaying information at a museum or like an exhibit or like it's like a checkout monitor. This feels stolen. I don't think you bought this for this purpose. I guess it does fit the desk though. Maybe you did plan this. Maybe you planned this. And in that case, I respect it. Okay, this is what I like though, is that this person has what I consider to be the normal webcam mic situation, which is you have a fucking C920. That's what I had until I was a content creator. I'm just surprised so many people have like, yeah, I don't make content, but I have a Rode microphone stand with a fucking Shure SM7B, and I have I don't understand why people think they need that. I don't know. What are you doing with that? Why did you give Elgato all that money? Top right, I do see the Blue Yeti, but the Blue Yeti is the most basic microphone. I mean, I think that's fine. I think a Blue Yeti is not like I guess what I'm talking about is like the really fucking pricey content creator shit, because I just don't know why you'd use that. Social interactions online now, old man. All right, cool. I'm not a hater. Yeah, nice. Oh, let me squeak these books here real quick. Can't really make any of them out. But I like those books. Books are great. My PhD solitary confinement cell. Holy shit. This is like the room in Black Mirror, dude. You just fucking live here and never leave. You get your food delivered to the door. You just rotate. If you had your bed like right here, that'd be the ultimate. If you just slept, woke up, worked out, worked in the computer, rotated. Honestly, it looks nice, to be honest. It looks good. I think this is a good setup. PhD. Wouldn't be a PhD if you weren't doing a little bit of drinking. Drinking alone at your desk. Wouldn't be a PhD without a little bit of that. Split keyboard is fucking crazy. Don't like that, but I guess you've gotten used to it. You got weights over there or no? Honestly, pretty cool. I think it would motivate me if I had like a fucking Peloton type beat right next to my PC to just do it. To just like, I could put something on and just, you know what I'm saying? I think that might be a good idea. What is this? Okay. Voss water. Signal of luxury. Status. I bet. She? Actually, I don't know your pronouns, so I'm going to say she. Guessing. Poured it into an ice bath. and then banana peel. Flexing OPGG. I think that's TFT. TFT team comps. So a fellow TFT player studying up on the meta to go 7th instead of 8th, like myself. This mouse has been one of the most common ones we've seen so far. This looks like you're studying for some shit. Engineering shit. Congratulations, good luck. And then custom arcane. Okay, wait a minute. I see a pattern here. Okay, you were a student studying hard. And then one day you saw arcane. And it made you think, incorrectly, that League of Legends would be a good game to play. So you made the mistake of installing it. But you quickly realized that League fucking sucks. And it was ruining your life. But you were already hooked in and you still wanted to see those characters you love altogether. So you pivoted to TFT. And now you are a TFT addict who throws away hours you should be studying. You probably have the thing you want to study up, but you're not looking at it. You're on this monitor. Oh, hey, babe. What is that?
It's papaya. If you want to receive, you have to shill it.
I have to show papaya?
Yes.
My wife would like you to know that papaya is like the best fruit.
It's very tasty.
It tastes very good, and it's really delicious, and it's like very fun to eat.
Sorry to interrupt. What's going on?
We're doing setup reviews. Wait, why don't you review one?
Okay.
I have to blow my nose.
Okay.
Why don't you review this one? Okay?
Okay. Like, what's the criteria?
You just sort of look at it and point out things you see.
Hello. Okay, I'm looking at it, and I'm going to point out there are shelled peanuts. Good protein. Good snack. Good start. There's an unbuilt Lego, which is disturbing. Dual monitor, but they're not level, so that's kind of annoying, right? Oh gosh, this is a lot of pressure. I don't know. It looks like a youth the setup, like a child. Okay, is this like our roast to me, or like are they looking for feedback, or I don't understand. Like, is it 3:50 a.m.?
Like,
that
what
was
do you
okay.
see? Like, what do you say?
I said.
Like, if you had to review this setup out of 5, what would you say?
Oh. Well, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, since the monitors are pretty high up, like that's really good.
Yeah.
So I'd say it's like a 4 because it's kind of austere.
That's pretty nice of you.
Like all these trinkets don't count, you know.
They don't count? That's part of the setup review.
Yeah, but it's like.
It's like their
It's still
personality.
pretty basic, is what I'm saying.
So you're saying they're kind of like broke awe.
What's this? Oh, that's a good
Enough said.
setup.
Enough said. Enough said. Enough said.
That's a good one, huh? Because this guy, like, they're watching you, you know.
That's not a good setup.
Yeah, it's like a good.
They got KK Slider.
Yeah, like what more do you need?
What
you
more
know?
do you need?
Yeah.
A little solar system widescreen.
That's cute. Cause it's like it's a good wide picture. You know?
And a little fidget spinner to keep your brain busy.
Nice cash.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. What's this one? Family Guy clips on one monitor. Is this fucking
They got a
Roblox
window.
or
That's
Valorant
pretty
or
cool,
what is?
yeah.
Oh, this is Is this the new Valve game? What is this game? This is Roblox. Roblox on the left. Family Guy clips on the right. Kai Cenat.
Oh.
A mouse pad with a picture of keyboards
I think that's really
where you put your keyboard?
Meds.
No, this is deranged. Yeah, you need to take more of these pills. Calm down. Fix your setup.
This is what you've been doing the whole time.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of it. Manila folder, private documents. Okay. Deranged. That one was insane.
Oh, doggy.
Okay, this one's got a very cute
My dog's
dog,
in the way.
which kind of beefs up your point score a lot. Lot of toys, a lot of Legos. Watching a movie of some sort. It looks like.
I think it's a game, right?
No, that's a movie, right?
I don't know.
I can't tell.
Kinda like
Oh,
a
it's
game.
Assassin's Creed Shadows. You're
Yeah, I
right.
told you it was a gom.
Anime keychains. And
Well, that dog
what is this
a
cup of
toasty,
water?
Golden cute. Dog.
I don't know. I don't actually love this setup, but I love the dog. So
The
you
L shape is cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the dog's really great. I mean, I bet that dog is such a blast to pet. I bet that dog you just scratch and then like get under his chin and then like on the top of the head. The dog's a W, so congrats.
Very cute dog.
Okay. I'm noticing a lot of water bottles, but I can't judge.
Yeah, you're like the same, I guess.
I can't judge. Switch plus PC setup. A lot of, I assume, huge K-pop fan. Massive K-pop fan is what I'm getting.
It's good, right?
Yeah, it's good. Be careful here. What, you think I'm going to piss off K-pop stands? No, listen, I'll piss off German students. I'll piss off German students. I'll piss off, I don't know, French people. It wasn't really French people, but I won't piss off K-pop stands. Holy fuck! This might be the craziest one yet. What the hell is this setup? Whoa. Okay, I really do fuck with this one. You created a vibe. It's like you're entering a jungle. The lighting is good. The decoration is good. I even like the way the monitors are set up. I think this overhead's a little crazy. I have to look up, but I'm a big fan of like these organizing by putting it on the wall. Everyone that's done that, it's looked real clean. It looks good. You got the controllers all set up. You got a GameCube controller. I think you probably play Melee, I'm guessing. Yeah, this is actually one of my favorite setups so far. It's kind of really cool. You got your badges. I have that too, of all the places you've gone. I think this is cool. Yeah, it's got Rainforest Cafe vibes. It's a good setup. But it's not as good as this one. It's not quite as classy or high-end as this one. This is a setup that says, I am a classy gentleman. The desk lamp. Are you noticing the subtle details, the elegance? The desk lamp. The fucking PS1 controller. The laptop ripped apart. Chips exposed. The keyboard, which has either been painted white or cummed on over generations. I can't tell. There's mold growing out of it, I think. Great cooling on the laptop. You can run Chrome at multiple tabs because your laptop is so easily air cooled. Yeah, this is a real powerful fucking setup. And just the dust, just the caked layer of dust on top of all this makes it all the better. Playing Rocket League. This is the average Rocket League teammate you get randomly assigned. Strong setup. I give it a strong 9 to a light 10. Very good. Very good setup. Okay. This is the first one I've seen where the bed is in the picture next to the setup. And this is a dangerous spot to be in. Obviously, when you're young, you have to do this. This is classic like college dorm or living with parents after graduation or high school or whatever. But the older you get, the more this absolutely fucks your sleep. Having your computer right next to your bed starts fucking your sleep hard. You got to get as much separation as you can because you just can't do it. You're gonna start. All right, is it a Bible? This average viewer of Atrioc, you got your Bible for study right next to your Atrioc VODs. A little messy here, no judgment. Yeah, I mean this gives like definitely in school, a lot of school assignments. But get that laptop away from your bed. Computer engineering student, go Gators. A little blurry, but it looks solid. It looks like you've really maximized. This poor desk is holding on for dear life because you put You've put so much on a relatively small space, and you've already made it extend out. Yeah, the desk is, I'm tired, boss. I wouldn't trust this to go standing mode, but maybe you can. Give me a video if you can stand this desk. If you can make it. Oh, no, dude. No, dude. That's not your setup, is it? No, this is bullshit. That's not your setup. Zins, trash, drinks, monitor, no keyboard, no fucking mouse, Xbox controller, air freshener that's probably empty and done being used, jeans, no, pills. If this is your setup, you got to make a change today. You know what the worst part of all is? Just a thick layer of dust on your monitor. Just clean that shit off if you're going to use it. Setup. All right, this is just a laptop on a bed. I mean, yeah, it's good. It's a laptop being used as a laptop. You have an ice bear too. The mic was free, and the camera I got cheap with the lenses I already had. Good streams are for cheap when I do podcast interviews. Okay, nice. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to do podcast or interviews, nice mic, nice camera. I like the setup. I assume behind you have some sort of, I don't know, bookshelf or something for a background if you're going to do a podcast interview. I love wheat thins. Wheat thins with a little cheese or something. Very good fucking snack. Little fish oil. Not really a gamer, I'm assuming. This keyboard has never, ever to me screamed gamer. I've never seen someone use this keyboard and be interested in, but switch on the left. Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, cool setup. I like the notes. Had a second laptop, but I left it on a plane this week. So you just lost your laptop and you're drinking whiskey to drown the pain. And you go to ASU? Holy shit, my liege. And you're kind of pretending to work on your modules, but you're in fact playing Pokemon on an emulated DS. Based and drinking. Is there anything sicker than procrastinating while drinking alone and playing Pokemon? I don't think so. I think you've hit the peak. He said not to clean up. Oh my God. I'll be honest, I've never seen the PEX version of one of these. And I appreciate the representation. I've never seen the PEX version. I love my diligent husband. And then why do you have Ludwig's face in like a heart ribbon? You should clean that up. Also, for some reason, you're like mutilating Pokemon cards. Why are you like cutting the art out of Pokemon cards? I assume it's for a project. Okay. This type of person makes some corporation a lot of money. Whoever sells figurines and they make a lot of money. Somebody gets paid. Some gotcha game is getting paid. Fucking okay. This is haunting. This is how I picture you set it up before you start writing a Reddit post. This is how I feel before the fucking typers begin. Are you good? Maybe it's just the lighting. I get a vibe of, dude, being in a kind of depressing setup and your desktop being a different depressing setup is crazy. Your desktop being a different artwork of a depressing setup is like a fucking weird mind warp. Maybe it's just probably just the lighting. This is probably fine with the lights on, but I do get the vibe of like sad. What's this one? Oh, I'm sorry. All right, you got some minute white rice. You got Builder's protein bars. You got supplements. Okay, this is like definitely single dude on the grind energy. You got boxing gloves, some WD-40. You got cans of chili. It's like half setup, half pantry. 6 cans of chilies, a massive tub of peanut butter. Oh yeah, this is a guy's a grinder. This is a person in their grind era. This person, when I talk about funny topics, says shut the fuck up and talk about economics. I like it when Atrioc talks about more serious stuff. You're on the Reddit fucking. I actually hate the glizzy jokes. I wish it was. This is a grind set. This person's on the fucking grind set, dude. This person only wants. Anyway, respect it. Bed setup. No, dude, you're gonna ruin your fucking spine. You sit on a flat bed and use this, you are going to ruin your spine and your neck, and you're gonna hate. No, please stop. You will actually cook yourself so quickly. Nah, I wouldn't do this. You have a stream deck too? Wait, do some of you have stream decks and you don't stream? You just use it for shortcuts? That's funny because I do stream and I don't use my stream deck at all. I should. Oh, I got this is the next one. Wait. That's crazy. That's crazy work. Okay, I low-key, this is my, I don't like this one. This is never leave your bed and also can never get to sleep. If you have a medical reason and you have to stay in your bed, I get it. That's totally fine. But if this is by choice, you just never will sleep. And you got to move out. Plus fan death? Don't you know? Korean fan death? Leave this on, it's going to chop up all the air particles and kill you in your sleep. RTX 3060? 3080? The slow-mo? Yeah, I'm going to send some of my old colleagues back at NVIDIA. They're going to use it for marketing footage. Holy shit, the slow-mo? Before move, after move. Okay, before move. I like what I'm seeing. I like the keyboard. Cutesy. Animal Crossing. Switch. You know, friendly. Couple little plushies, but it's all feels very organized. Little mini cactus. Lego cactus, maybe. Tails. A microphone, but like interesting. The chair looks ungodly uncomfortable. Okay, the chair, I swear to God, it just seems so painful after a short period of time. This is Pokemon. I'm sorry, Pokemon, not Animal Crossing. You're correct. Fake gamer. And look at this after move. Okay, new setup. Hard to tell without a wider lens, but I like the way you organize the back here. There's Tails again. What happened to the Switch? I was told not to clean, and oh my God. Okay, I'm glad you didn't clean. I respect the nice-ass keyboard. This is too many monitors, bro. The human brain cannot process 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 monitors going at once. You're not an air traffic controller. You're a human being trying to decompress. You're not in the Matrix, yeah. that Spy Kids? It just happened to be on. I might get called out for cleaning, but I did not clean. Okay.
Overnight, which I think is kind of what you have to do to get
watching Lemonade Stand. Love that. Not paying attention because you're filming a video. Don't love that.
It cripples like a generation of people, two generations of people. There's young Canadians who have.
Funko Pops, bat chest. Funko Pops, bat chest, bat chest, bat chest. Holy, Dwight Schrute and Grogu. The Office Funko Pop? My people, welcome home. Is that a Fast and the Furious? I actually fuck with that. Is that a ukulele? Working on apology? And then what's this? Oh, no. And then, yeah, I mean, it's a nice setup. It's definitely a nice setup. Like, overall, nice setup. I don't know if people will give you shit for the Funko Pops, but you keep doing you. Okay, this is a strange one. Oh, that's a bed. No, you're fucked. You're cooked. Dude, no, dude. You can't, you won't sleep, bro. You're cooked. You're cooked. I like the GTA sign. Okay, I'm realizing you work here, but then you just set up like a YouTube video on your thing, and then you lay down here, and then you just fucking stare at it until you can't keep your eyes up anymore, and you fall asleep at 3, 4 a.m. And it's like, bro, you just gotta turn this off. You just gotta get rid of this. Couch gets no action. The couch is a nice touch. I mean, I like this setup. It's got something cooking, but... And there's a chip bag. Yeah. Oh, you're also eating a chip bag directly into your bed while you watch YouTube. Bro, this thing is going to be crumb filled. You can't eat chips in bed. You can't do that. Oh, it swaps around. Okay, I see that. Effects in economy. I like it from this angle. This setup, I think, is low-key good. I'm stressed about that. Are you in Germany, maybe? Are those Rouladens? These blinds? I think you made the space work, and I respect it. Thoughts? Your desk setup is every copy of the British version of Harry Potter, on which you've precariously balanced a tiny keyboard, and me as Harry Potter. Along with the Harry Potter Wizarding World, I don't know, board game or something. 4 Harry Potter mugs, including Hogwarts alumni. And butterbeer and a wand. My thoughts are it's the best one yet. It's the fucking best one yet. What's also funny is that you didn't even open my video. You went to like thumbnail downloader, downloaded the thumbnail, and then popped it out in full screen. That's fire. Okay. I actually like this room a lot. Something about this room I think would be fun. Just fun to have like a friend over. Feels open. You could lay down on the floor and read. It seems very clean. You got Morningstar, part of the Red Rising series. Yeah, I like this setup. This is a low-key good setup. Enron hat on the... How do you pronounce the shark? Is it Blahage? How do I say it? I don't know. Right? I only see it red. I never like said it out loud. Okay, Blahage. Base. Got the fucking NASA rocket. Yeah, I like this whole setup. This is cool. Look, you got the stuffed animals, but they're not They're in their own area. You know, they're not kind of fucking with everything. I like it. I like this setup. I think this is cool. But everybody has space like this. This is a lot of space. This is more space than I got in this room. But nice fucking setup. I like this a lot. I feel like you get some shit done in this. What I don't like is the giant coffee cow and glizzies. But I don't think that's worth drawing attention to. Everything else is good. Wait, let me get a quick vibe check on how many we have. I probably can't do all these. I think more have kept coming. Oh, yeah, I definitely can't do all these. Oh, no, I was worried we wouldn't have too many. We have way too many. We have way too many. Oh, I'm not even close. Okay, I'm going to scroll down to the very bottom. Now that's a setup. Now that's a setup, dude. Living like a fucking king. Look at that view. You grinded for this view. Yes. Goals, goals, goals. That's the penthouse, dude. Don't be jealous. Work harder when you see something like this. Don't be like envious of what he has. Improve yourself so you can earn this one day. Okay, I'm scrolling around a bit. Oh my God, speaking of Funkos. Holy shit. The Funko Shrine. The Funko Shrine and the Funko display looking down upon you as you work. Plus a heckin' cute doggo. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Destiny 2 spotted? Wait, I'm just trying to scroll through and pick a couple. Okay, in terms of like pure PC specs, this one's crazy. But it's like dorm room under a bunk bed, maybe. You know what I need to do is like have someone curate these. I need to like Jay Schlatt style it, dude. I need to like have someone pick the funniest or most interesting ones, and then we can do a yikes, 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 yikes. What about this one? The lighting is terrible because my roommate is asleep. This is a dorm room. Okay, you're reading Deep Work by Cal Newport. I also tried this when I was trying to focus on my studies. It didn't work. It didn't work. You can try this. You can try Atomic Habits. It's not going to work, little bro. You got to turn the fucking computer off. Okay? You probably have both, huh? 1984, the one-page marketing plan, Atomic Habits. Oh, yeah. This is a man after my own heart. This is like a very Atrioc dorm build. Except eventually I would just move all this out of the way for more League of Legends stuff. But I get your vibe. I get your vibe. Godspeed. You're going to make it. I believe in you. This is all up my alley. Gaming laptop, keyboard plugged in. I had a monitor, but not one of these. But this is all very similar. And then books about grinding that, like, didn't help me. But you'll be fine. Okay. I got to do, like... here. We'll do, like, a couple more. One Piece fans, lock in. Outside of me not being a One Piece fan, or particular... Dude, you actually have a nice setup. You know why? Because you got a fucking root beer float ready to go. Do you see that? It's a tasty, fresh root beer float right there while you put on some Atrioc and then probably some One Piece on the main monitor. I kind of like the corner setup too. And some Lay's chips. You're living like a fucking king. Canadian 100%? You think so? Oh my God, this dog. Look at this dog. What a beautiful hound. Okay, that's interesting. Get the racing setup and the PC. This is low-key a nice setup. And you have the guitar. Maybe a little better cable management, but I can't judge. It's a little sparse. Well, where's the lost art of putting up some posters or a bookshelf or something that shows things you're interested in? It just feels too sparse, bro. The blank white walls are soulless, and they don't have to be. And before I'm minimalist, I don't get minimalist. Maybe you are, but I don't know. I don't get minimalist. It would be cleaner. People who are minimalist, they'd make great pains to like hide all these wirings and all this and like really organize and maximize space. Minimalist is like, yeah, it's like one desk, one laptop. This feels like you just don't have something you want to show. Oh, maybe you do. I'm not. But they min-max tracks. Maybe they do. Okay. McDonald's and KFC and empty bottles and drinks. Gaming, Atrioc on the monitor. Okay. Okay. W. Based. Dude, I just have to remember that half the time when I feel like you guys aren't listening to what I'm saying in good faith, that half of you have been playing a game while eating KFC while kind of listening. I shouldn't expect that you've heard what I said. It's a complicated idea, and like you are crunching on some KFC whilst fucking playing Assassin's Creed or some shit. I like this setup. I think lighting is like the cheapest and easiest way to make a setup kind of cooler. A little lighting just makes it adds something. Get the Doug mug. It says like you put a little extra effort. I mean, the lighting is cool. I like this one. Peak setup. No, dude. You look like a professor who discovers an asteroid's about to hit the Earth in a movie. And they have to say, English, please, scientist. This is crazy. What are you watching? Wastewater engineering. I bet you're an interesting person. You have interesting things to talk about. Cozy lighting in the chair. This one's cozy. This is kind of minimalist. You know, I like this one. Okay. A lot of food. Empty Mike and Ike's. Makes me crave candy instantly. NASA. And then glue to huff or sniff or drink. Okay. Every Atrioc viewer keeps a handy dandy tub of glue right next to little sip, little huff. You know, just to keep the good times rolling. All right, last one. Well, maybe this is it. Holy shit. Wow. That you guys can't see the PC. Can you see the PC? Wait, I'm in the way. Look at the PC. Damn, that's crazy. The Garden Decal PC for Freerin. This person has watched Pay the Musician. Pay Talks Anime. No doubt about it, you've watched Pay Talks Anime. I hate lighted PCs. I think this one looks cool. I'm fine with mine, but it would be fine if it didn't have any light either. I think 4 monitors might be too much, but the way you laid it out is really nice. I like this. I like the setup. It's not what I would do. It's not my taste or interest, but if this was my interest, I think this would be a really cool setup. I think it's cool. I like how it's laid out. Anyway, I think that's my fucking setup review. I will have to do more. We'll have to like get someone to curate the rest. Holy shit. I never seen this these covers for Red Rising series. This is cool. That's very cool. What country is this? Whose print is this? They all blend. That's cool. Show us your setup. Bro, you joined late, little bro. I already did. Okay? I showed my fucking setup. That's how I opened the stream. There's my setup, bro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fucking 6 Topo Chico bottles, trash on the floor. I think that's an empty sushi order right there. Wires completely tangled, so this can't go standing desk. This on its side, books and the FT. You can't beat it. What a fucking 10 out of 10 setup. Only 2 monitors. I used to have 3, but I never used the third one, so I got rid of it. And instead it's just empty space. Insane you read chat through OBS? Is it insane? Or is it brilliant? Is it brilliant? That way I know what's going on at all times. All right, chat. I'm gonna end here. Oh, please watch mine up. Wait, we'll end on this one. Wait, one more. Crane's got one more. Put it on YouTube.
Yo, what's
Atrioc room tour. Okay. One more.
What's up, Atrioc? It's your boy Crane _001. Can I get some Crane love in chat, by the way? All right, let's get started.
Don't
with
give
this
him
setup
Crane
tour,
love.
which you've technically seen from this angle before, but I guess it's time to really get into the weeds of it, huh? Because you really want to know everything about my personal life, and that's fine.
Not particularly.
That's fine with me. So we got the piano here, guitar amp, plant.
Okay.
Light guitar. This is the Each 10.
Very cool.
Cables, and then of course we have the main setup. This is what I see every day. This is what I wake up to. It's all running off of this
definitely shouldn't be animated.
4060 laptop. Which, hey, you know,
jeez,
you guys ended up doing it right.
Is that
it's
a thin and light?
It's not exactly
4060
quiet, but,
laptop.
it's doing some hard work right now.
That looks great.
Yeah, we got a bit
Magic
of a cable
mouse pad
situation.
like that.
That's a dock and a dongle linked together. Just don't worry about it.
Where's the Wave XL?
We got a pretty nice keyboard here.
Okay, Switch PC Gamer like
this
that.
Is all classic. Of course, we
Got a
have
Mac.
the MacBook, the Switch, the Crystal.
What's the Crystal? Why
water
have a Crystal?
bottle, camera. You know any of these guys? I was just handed this by my economics professor, so that's not too much.
Your economics professor handed you a card that just said MMT, Mosler, and some other.
Castle. I mean, this is kind of classic.
I like that. I like the Lego setup.
Of course, we got the good old just some manga. You know, we're just playing around.
Bro's got some manga. You got a manga library, dude.
Oh.
You got Stephanie Kelton's The Deficit Myth. A book I don't enjoy. Yeah, just hide that. Yeah. MMT, ass, head ass.
Anyway, yeah, so we have the shelf of some books. Of course, we got the nightstand with the Claritin. That's classic.
Okay, can I say something?
Of some books.
Are you guys low-key sleeping with one fucking pillow and a blanket like that? You can sleep like that? That's prison bed. You guys lay down to sleep and you have one pillow and you just fucking... Do you lay on your back and stare straight up like a fucking vampire? I couldn't possibly. Rich person. It's not a rich person. I'm not saying the size of the bed. I'm not saying the quality of the bed. I'm saying ever Whether I had money or not, I couldn't sleep with one pillow. I would have, you had to have a pillow for like between your legs, like on your side. Or you wrap your arms around. I mean, I have like 4 pillows now. I got like 2 pillows under my head, 1 between my legs, and 1 that I'm like holding. I have a lot of pillows, bro. And what's funny is I wake up and all the pillows but 1 are on the floor, usually. Because I roll around, dude. I stay active. Sleep apnea? Maybe. Anyway, I could never sleep like this. One pillow.
We got the nightstand with the Claritin. That's classic. Purple bed. Mountain and shit. I don't really know what's going on out there.
Rainbolt knows where you live now.
I haven't been outside in a while. Pile of things. Don't ask too many questions. Yeah, that's kind of the setup.
That's nice.
What else do we have going on?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else.
I guess I could talk about
weird.
this a little bit.
Oh, wow.
So this is what I got after working at Microsoft for 20 years. That's right. You can see my name right there. I was the one. I worked at Microsoft for 20 years, and they gave me this.
I don't believe that.
Which is cool. That's
cool
of them to do, I guess.
That doesn't make sense.
Picture.
I like this. I like
fire alarm. This is on a different day, but I wanted to show you my beautiful dog.
Yo, dude, have you heard about Stephanie Kelton? She's like actually a genius. Debt isn't what you think it is. It's more like an investment in the...
Your dog wouldn't have that voice.
You can read?
Yeah, I can read. And dude, she is spitting some serious facts.
You have got to.
Why are you so dismissive?
The dog is very cute.
It's like
the dog is very cute.
Debt is really just like yellow dollars, right? And it's just a savings of the public.
Chill
you don't
out.
really get it. No, dude, you don't fucking get it, bro. You're so fucking stupid. You think debt is a bad thing when it's actually a good...
What a cute dog. No, I have not covered the cost of your video. You can go into debt for it, as Stephanie Kelton would suggest. Go pet your dog. All right, Chad, I'm going to end here at 10 o'clock. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm recording the podcast tomorrow, so I'm going to go live afterwards, and I don't know what I'm going to do. Something. Oh, I'm talking about Liberation Day, because it'll be live, and we'll have fucking crazy tariffs, and we'll see. And Switch React. We'll react to the Switch announcements, and we will talk about the tariffs. So I'm going to raid Dr. Battle if he's live. And it seems like he is. Thank you for watching today. Bye.